I just mute them.
那就看今天了。那对于 EDG 来说，我觉得近期的失利可以说是前所未有的，因为他们以往从来没有连续在一支队伍当中失手过2次。
没错。
而且从赛前的调整来看
，let me run ads now, so we get them out the way. 3 minutes worth of ads should be done by then.
就一路冲，因为他们也是从一路的
Veto. EDG, what do they like to ban out?
到现在第3名的好成绩。
Kind of play everything now, don't they? Lotus actually they don't play. But DRG don't play Lotus either, so Lotus should be banned out here by DRG.
鲜血，那这就把莲华古城这个潘多拉的魔盒交到了 DRG 的手上。你ban或者不
Avalanche
两支队伍在2024年都没有去触碰过这张地图。
DRG probably picks Split again. That's been a good record. Maybe EDG want to try out some stuff. Breeze. Okay. DRG pick and split. So you bind Lotus left. They ban out Ascent. So DRG pretty much forced to. Oh no, they are going to play Lotus as a third map. Both these teams either not expecting it to get there, or both teams willing to show their Lotus before Shanghai. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We got the low bracket today, but there's also the low bracket Pacific at the same time. So, yeah, interesting veto. I'm gonna go grab a drink and then go to Lou real quick. But yeah, sorry about the lateness. What's your opinion about the China capsules? I haven't actually seen them yet. I know that there's a video and I know it's out, but I actually want to save my reaction until a little bit later. We'll do it between map 1 and map 2. But yeah, I was a bit late today, but for good reason. At some point I'll be able to talk about it. But yeah, be right back.
是，那我们直接进入到第1张地图微风岛屿的角色选取。
看一下现在的一个阵容选择情况，看起来没有太多的调整，还是沿用了之前打的比较多的那一套，两边一个完全的镜像。
是，而且也是因为啊，我们是在每天都在连战的一个情况之下，大家其实没有那么多的空间可以让去做多余的思考。但可以从两边的胜率上面来看 ，EDG 其实他们的胜率是比对面要高得多得多。地图胜利是80%对上接近30%，这个差距会让 DRG 今天会有一点点的可能心理上的压力。但同时，我觉得对于 DRG 来说，作为一个灰姑娘的故事，他们又没有什么心理压力。我已经在每一步都在刷新我的队伍历史了。
没错，说的难，说的简单一点，可能就是光脚的不怕穿鞋的。因为从赛前大家的预期，或者是大家对这2支队伍的了解，都会觉得 EDG 在整体经验或者是人的储备上面有更大的优势。
但对于 EDG 来说，这张图同样意义非常的重要，因为就是在昨天，就是在这张地图上，在12比6的大领先，他们被对手是连扳了8分，直接结束了 BO3 的一个机会。假使当时他们能够拿下任意一分，也许 BO3 的结果尚未可知。但历史不能重来，我们直接进入到今天这场败者组的决赛。要知道，这2支队伍其实他们过去都还没有输过 BO5。当然，对于 EDG 来说，他们 BO5 的经验要远多于对手，但 DRG 仅有的2次 BO5 的经验，恰恰是他们3级跳的那个开始，在晋升赛里面。
没错。
我们直接进入到第1张地图微风岛屿，这张地
图是
EDG 做出的选取，而 DRG 选择了一个防守边先开。
EDG 2-0. It's a 3-0. It's a best of 5. It's the only game though today. Epic Pen. Hello, welcome to EDG versus DRG. Losers bracket final. Both teams are qualified for Shanghai. Rematch of the upper bracket game. And, well, at least Luke is feeling a bit more brave and just actually punishes and fights Chi-Chu head on. And traded out instantly. Didn't even see where he got shot from. Haodong. I'm glad, like, exciting that the craziness has started straight away. Alright, of course, because it is a best of 5. That's why Lotus was left towards the end. I was going to say, like, oh, they're both happy to pick it for the final map. It's like, yeah, because is it actually going to go that far? Is the question. What's the realest chance of a DRG win here? I think a map would be nice. Did you see the Northern Lights last night? No, I was bed before 9, 10 o'clock. So it's still light when I fell asleep. DRG Vukashu supremacy.
人数比。
I mean, I also do think that EDG played that round a little bit weirdly.
而且配轻甲，这是一个非常赌的决定，这也就意味着他的存款会被。
You think EDG wins all the way to playoff spot in Shanghai?
也是起到了一把盲下，同样的配置。
而且两边也都
If they don't get a playoff spot immediately,
GZH 在放毒木。
yeah, I think they'd be good in a Swiss stage.
但是 GZH 在对枪上面拿。
I think the teams that would be problematic for EDG aren't in this tournament. I think a team like Loud that has a good read on how these guys play and experience with playing them. Yeah, it's massive. Even a team like Team Heretics, though, I don't know. I just think like
错失了一个好机会，而且注意他现在也没有技能了。
for Heretics, hell, even Fnatic. Like I think Fnatic would be the better of the EMEA teams against Chinese teams.
而且正面对枪比较吃亏，还是要先做一手规避。
But I could definitely see Heretics and FUT getting a bit flustered against them.
管道和 A 和
Genji not quite looking as convincing at the moment. T1 definitely could lose to the China teams.
闪出过带
大家，不直接来，
球球一个提前的背闪，但是只有一把鬼魅对他来说收益并不是很大，他可以持续给压力，要看队友的动向了。
开门，但是点内有一把蟒侠，不太敢露，正面要试试
The
给压
Spike is
力。
in A
对
main.
面还有 Luke 这一关还没过，二楼还在做拉扯。
Seen a lot more this wall now too. But I guess that's specifically a wall that EDG like.
但是蟒侠这一关还没过，关难过，关过，这能不能去度过这一关？二楼最后被清剿，大门蟒侠也收获了。这样的话，最后打成了一个2打2。哦 ，Smoky 一发头，那你的重甲也没有意义。侧身1v1。
All right, nice fights from Xion. Xion has been so good the last couple of days.
这个拉枪啊，美如画，也是
One day I got to sleep at normal time, the Northern Lights decided to show off.
这个最后的一把枪。
非常的危险，这已经是保住
You
分数。
keep up with Pacific? Yeah, I do.
已经不
I
是很
do.
大了，因为在
I usually just watch the VODs afterwards.
确实，我觉得这一分这一把。
But on the days where there's no China and there's Pacific, I'd watch Pacific.
把管道对，把管道站起来之后，也是导致Luke他只能贴到 A 点的前点处，中路丧失了防
I
守。
mean, that's some sick shots from Smoggy actually.
是，其实 Luke 之所以会露侧身被摸回来，就是因为二楼的拉扯给到的注意力牵扯。那这一分 DRG 就很穷了。
Where's the headset?
中下选择中路配合闪拉出去。
Nice shot from Howdong.
第二时间被对面补掉。
Heard people talking shit about him yesterday with IGL in.
上分有蟒侠的头
What do you think made 100 Thieves pop off recently? Just time. I think they've got a really good squad. I think
更多的。
Boostio and Zix as a combo is a really nice one.
之后对于 EDG 来说，知道了对面这一分是存钱的，没有强起。
I think they've just got a really good read on the meta too. So it's doing something different to everybody else, seeing... It's sort of like seeing what everybody else does with the meta currently.
并不好解开。
And then,
矮墙上面，
as a result,
独木之不太能够掩护到所有的
Smoggy's found some good space there. Xion again, good positioning.
中路一个1v1。哦哟，好
I mean, the bonus is looking like it's going to fucking win.
错失了一个侧身的机会，但他依然活着，点后黄香味。
1打2，无发子弹，
1v2, but you got Chichi on 10 HP and nobody with a Marshal.
站不住的。
Oh,
哇，
好大的
he
Terry！
knows that he's up against the Marshal on the left-hand side, so he peeks to kill one.
神经曲线，但这旁边没有。
Nobody picked up a gun upgrade? No, still on the Outlaw.
主要是爆能器掉在了原地，已经发现位置。
现在看到了
换一个
爆能器。
方向。
Great repositioning.
知道自己有更多操作的可能性，他选择直接上来对。
Oh, nice try. Whiffed a little bit.
头，也就差一发子弹啊，30血的一个。
Good morning, everybody,
打
though.
得非常的危险。
Morning, easy.
EDG 来说，其实他们枪线的优势是非常大的，但我觉得唯一输
You
了。
think NRG would be better if they got Boostio instead of Ethan?
他们是位置的，
Hmm.
而且他上到高台的时机正好是 EDG 想要突破中路，背身给到了山区野，同时把爆能器打掉。
In a sense, Boostio would have, like, is a bit more of an experienced IGL than Ethan, yeah. But I haven't watched NRG enough to really give an opinion. Nor do I think that Ethan's IGL would necessarily be the problem on the face of it.
当时他只有5发。
But like I said, I haven't really watched him too much, so it's hard to know.
真的很赶。
How's the game? You're only 3 rounds into it.
依然是非常的不够。
哇
但中路 Smoky 依然展现自己。
I mean, good read from Smoggy.
持续到今天。
那在 Luke 倒地之后 ，H 的防守就要接受挑战了。不过还好，第一时间 Nick 补了过来，有反闪。
直接越哇，这
9 HP Kung Kung.
应该是打残之后手稳补掉。
Managed to survive. Good recon.
也没有办法操作了，因为只剩下了 Nick 一个人在点后。
Just a little bit later than you'd expect, so it catches them by surprise as they're fighting.
2打5的回防应该可以直接保了。
是的，我们看到在一波突然。
Just a nice no-nonsense A execute.
很成功。
I go wrong. Whilst this is happening now, I'm looking for my headset. Give me a
这
minute.
次是被舌吻精确补刀。
这里感觉 TCH 稍微有一点点着急啊，因为第一时间既然 Nick 在你身后，完全可以等对面脚步到经典之后打一波反闪出来清。
然后另外一个则是我们提到的老生常谈，Luke 永远不是手杀就是手
No
死。
idea what I did with it. I know I'm wearing a headset, but I don't mean the one that I'm wearing. Oh, it's here.
被 EDG 盯防非常多。
但又话又说回来，如果你不在中路去放一些人数，或者去拿些主动
I moved it here. I had to set the AC up yesterday because it was just so warm. But this morning it's not too bad. I've been able to have my door open and stuff because there's no building work. I think probably from next week. I think they're done on my balcony at least. Because they've stripped off all the cladding on our side. So
点数不是很重要，但是自己的钱也没多少啊。
万幸是作为进攻方吧，爆动器装下来之后还是有一点点补助的。
现在难题抛给了防守方 DRG， 要怎么去处理对面 A 点可能的提速？
Here we go.
以及中路要不要给 Luke 一点铺
Just
垫？
trying to set it up so I can hear myself too.
给了闪的，不过闪的角度很有限啊，没有给
There we go.
Smoky 太多架枪上的威胁。
Now I can hear myself, which is really good at just saving my voice.
从来没有输过。
看一下新分的调整，Luke是去到了 B 区，巨人想要做前顶，而 A 点康康的巨人是被收掉了。
3A 的一个防守，哦，我看说的混烟直接点头，点上还有根半线，有点难受。
Nice trip, actually, right in that corner.
爆了可以捡枪了，枪
That's one to steal, I think.
4打5，狂烈之怒直接架设，进攻方
It's like the one on like this side as well.
并没有被狂烈之怒的任何
Gets people when they tuck into that position.
我看说还是有一个不错的掌控，终于监控是被打掉，进攻方可
There's
以
an eco for DRG.
那其实时间还有70秒，他们还有在
Well, a low buy.
但康康这个位置已经
Would be a 50 if they win, I'm pretty sure.
有淹起来，再帮忙掩护一下。
Yeah, I do agree with the general consensus that this is Paper X's international event to win.
而且现在已经明牌 A 区人多这个信息了 ，EDG 好像不太想转，可能要。
But also, like, Fnatic could definitely have a bit of a
再
resurgence.
回来打，同时等一下2楼的队友顶到前点来开门。
这样的话点里面只放了一个 Nick 现在完全不知道他即将面临大军压境，有可能是一个1打4的扛点。
但他这波的
I'll
身
just
位
walk
选
in
择
up here.
先切出正面就行，
而且
侧身不太会落给2楼。
独木可以帮他一手。那对面应该是一个管道
但
加
问题
A。
来了 ，EDG 3个人把2楼管道控住之后，你的回防
I do like opening the door to put pressure here to then have people wrap around.
中路已经先出事了。
They even had nobody watching across this way.
Nick 依然没有倒。
There's still 15 seconds left.
所以 Nick 没有独木支持。
So Nick's just buying time more than anything.
绕圈被炸
Oh,
到了。
Adong spotted him.
寻敌剑帮助
Recon flushed him out, so good utility again from nobody. He has to plant, like, pretty much tucked in behind yellow.
有藏人。
上期有意识，但是并没有能够对得过。那这样的话，这一分是进入尾声。Luke 很罕见的，既没有处于手杀，也没有处于手死，但是他是也没有独活。
I mean, this was EDG against a low buy, and it still got fairly
一
close.
下来两边的人数交换都还是能够接受的，但在第二波
Leviathan versus Paper X final. I'm sort of excited to watch a bit of the Americas teams to see what they're up to.
拿到 A 点
But yeah, my point before, I think, for 100 Thieves is they've spent time like watching to see what the meta's formed like on various maps, and then they just have enough of an adjustment that kind of counters what the common meta is, but also kind of gives them more room to like, be lenient and dynamic. For example, like Silver Gecko and stuff. Most teams are running like Gecko KO or Silver Breach, so having sort of a mix between the comps that takes the best of both worlds. Obviously, I think Silver Gecko has its weaknesses. It's a bit slow. It's not as aggro, I suppose, as playing KO Gecko would be, or as like utility hard utility as Breach and Silver is.
而且我觉得现在对于防守方来说，迫切的想要拿到一把明狙来。
Like I think on every single map, to an extent, 100 Thieves kind of have like a change up comp-wise that makes them a little bit different to everybody else.
看一下 DRG 这分战术暂停的一个调整，很明显他们不想在一开始就被对面拉开很大。
Which is what like EG did last year with having Com on Silver, for example, on Fracture.
但你被拿到太多经济滚雪球的优势之后，你很难扳回
I
来。
think the small little changes and having set plays around them go a really long way.
然后对枪的位置都是偏长的，枪械的优劣势会放大很多。
他来了，一把裸狙。这一分 Luke 是把自己的经济全部 all in。
But all right, now full buy versus full buy and a tech pause. I actually feel like I have a moment to like catch up with people. Hello, Anshi Panshi.
是到绝境没有办法。如
Hello,
果
everybody.
场让对面的经济雪球滚得太快，你想要去翻盘是比较难的啊，也是一个技术暂停给出来两
What
边。
did somebody say we're not Ryan?
看起来是 Nobody 这边的设备有点小故障啊，稍安勿躁。
Top 3 would be Paper X, 100 Thieves, and Fnatic. I do think that this is an event that we can see a China team
再加上刚刚
push top
是没
three.
有护甲的状态，一把裸狙出的门啊，所以在容错率上面
A China top 4 would be a great thing for this event.
有逐风的第一枪
That's what you can definitely take away from
抢
it.
之后没有拿到足够的收益的话，或者是没有创造到击杀，很有可能这把狙会被对面找到。
Just wanted to let you know that T1 has 9 on Icebox with a Chamber Rainer comp.
那现在 DRG 看上去
Sorry.
已经是想要在
Good morning, clump
就看
of rice. I was going to say clump
有
office.
所回应了。他的选位
What score was the first map?
配合他到底是从暗处出去还是明处压出去？
走正面，好像队友想打闪帮忙抢一下枪位，而 EDG 在 A 点确实也放置了2人的人数。
来了，闪但是没出。Look 这边是
Every region guaranteed a spot in playoffs. Yeah, but it is top 8, right?
回来，狂烈之怒直接给了。
So at least we'll have a China team in top 8. But I think top 4 is like top 4 feels like a good,
应该是自己的位置
reasonable expectation for
往
them
后退。
而且他没有技能，这也是个很致命的事情，他没有瞬云。
because they almost made top 4
很伤
Madrid
没有想象就已经倒地了，
唯一的好消息是明军没有立刻被对面所有可能捡走。
但也很伤啊。
and the China team's never reached top 4 before in an international event, right?
可能要漏给对面。
而且 Vokasu
I thought they did, but I don't think they did.
这一分其实 DRG 有2个人是没有
But I feel like top 4 for Shanghai is a very, very good
，BR 楼的对抗，
expectation.
打下了一个远距离的身体击杀。
那 EDG 现在进攻没闪了，就看康康这波了。
必须要抓到机
Yeah,
会。
great lurk up from Kung Kung. I really like the fact that he's like
Vokasu 临死之前带了康康下水，
lurked up, gets a kill, dashes to a relatively safe spot, and has his team to play off.
第一时间赶到这边的是 Nick，
As soon as this position's given up, he's back into being like a loud duelist.
不太好清点，手上的林磊射他没有着急往
And
外
then a
怼。
plant,
就算
Viper's Pit, 3v2.
回复里面人的位置。
哦，有看到侧身，
You don't really need to be facing that much. Just Chichu's camera's in a bit of a bad spot, so he's like, I'm just gonna fight anyhow.
哇，尼克的状态
Get some information.
很好，2打
指
2。
挥要不要无效命令？林点现在已经没了，还有一颗闪存过在。
看 Smokey 能不能守住自己的回复。
Well, the timing is perfect.
感觉意
I
识
think Smoggy just heard the stepping.
残局是无法解的 Smokey 3杀落袋。
10-10, we got a game.
这个回复的展开。
Map 1 was 13-2 to Paper X, I assume.
可是把底线的防守给撕碎了。但
Do we think Life will pull out the Clove for the grand finals tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, the comp's working.
信息的正好
It's not a secret anymore. Like, it's working for them.
但也不得不说，康康这波中路进的时机是刚刚好啊，正好处于试验区想要往底线去补防的时候。
是。
I haven't actually seen. Let me close Steam as well.
防的这种timing啊，所以有些时候大家会说 timing 好真的是运气好吗？其实未必。
Oh, it's Gen GT1, yeah.
一些信息的捕捉以及对于对面位置的想法的一些猜测。
I don't know why I thought it was Paper X or something. I guess people were talking about it.
在中路加强一些兵力了。
So was it 13-2 to Gen G?
在中路的战术进展非常的快啊！哇，无声命令直接给2楼的巨人被收了，这边没有人能接。
所有的短枪都被压制到了非常后面的位置。
就看 TZH 了 ，TZH 是守在了 A 点。
Smoggy finds a kill mid.
进攻方安包的位置。
Looking fairly eco, isn't it? So that's why I was going to say easy round for EDG.
根本管不到的爆能器。
而且重生点这一侧也被清理了干净。我看出正义赶过来，能捡到枪吗？问题来了，
有机会，
无人机过来
但是
看你的信息。
是消遣无人机给博卡叔就很难受了。
啊 ，TZH 也被处理掉了，那没有任何的办法呀，两边的。 这个所有
Wait, what was the map
方向都被
actually?
锁死了。
对，这一分其实 EDG 在临时的应对或者说判断上面做出了一个最稳妥的决策，就是我没有清过 A 大，我默认你 A 大就是有人的。他选择直接把爆能器安在了金字塔的北边，或者说靠防守方的那一边。
对，而且这一次对于中路补防过来的
Lotus
他们有很多的应对，提前一步就把人放。
T1's map pick of Lotus.
Smoggy 也是很好的完成了去断后的任务。
好，那
They play like chambered stuff, don't they? Execute.
这一分也是不可能起明居的。
Execute. Oh, they changed their comp.
2比5的比分，他们
EDG doing so good to avoid Vukashu.
平了，没有得到比分。
I think that's the thing you need to be careful with Breeze is just if you're doing obvious Cypher setups, most teams are going to be like, okay, if the Cypher's on B, we're going to try and go A.
都抢枪了。
来看一下 B 点两个人怎么去做。
Honestly, I think in this kind of instance, when you have a Viper mostly playing on A, with this like either this retake wall, like in this case they're doing the retake wall because they've got a Viper's Pit in A main, otherwise they're usually doing this one.
而且2楼这个点一旦
I'd rather go into the Cypher trips than go into the Viper here, like Christ.
路克在高点的位置被对面发现，但是
But it depends on who's playing off what.
他的真实目的是保护 TZH。路克还在对枪，路克
Ideally, if you're going to go A, you are going up when the defenders are stuck in this kind of setup.
横跳反而让他们难以去琢磨。
Because, yeah, this just holds super hard. Only 2 players were effectively fighting. The KO's just chilling, watching holes. You got the Silver over here. The Cypher's utility is still here. The Viper's utility is still here. You've just reconned. So you can rotate and help the KO a little bit more.
往中路单摸的话，过点其实是没有烟雾的掩护了 ，Smoky 所有技能都 all in 在了中路和 A 点。
这次中路确实拿。
But this has actually been a good defensive setup from DRG, to be honest.
看拼点，康康的位置。
But I think the key part of it is just keeping this over here. It's not great, especially if they do just barrel free you on A. You just take the Silver out of the fight, but it's like here now, it's done. You know, good setup. So people able to fight and be aggressive on A. And then you've just got the Silver that can get some information this way, trips, and a wall. And then the KO just in quiet and can rotate. Tried some dollar store Paper X Lotus comp, it didn't work. I mean, if there's a chance to try it, it's now. Especially if they're, like, did they get off a Viper, for example? Or did they still keep the Viper? The BLG Classic goes kind of hard, not gonna lie. I haven't seen them. I haven't actually seen them. I saw that there was an announcement. I thought I was going to do it at the start of the stream, but we started quite late.
有点吃力，但他至少这一分守住了。那这样的话拿回一个关键分，3比5，现在比分是咬住。
Yeah, they don't have cards. They don't have sprays either. I thought sprays would be an easy one.
非常漂亮，电掉拐角的半线，然后直接逐风凌空。
They're breaking the trip. Jet dashes in, not really under any pressure here, not really being fought from DRG. I mean, it kind of has worked out. They just avoid actively taking that space and then they have utility to play off to fight backside. But there's like multiple people here ready to fight and ready to wait. Good rotation from DRG. And now with no Viper, you've kind of got them right where you want them. No theft is going to be used to show where these defenders are. They try and peek off of it. Nick gets one. Gets another off of a like Howdong flash. Viper did the molly behind the box, Ryan.
这分在其实队友还在旁边在观察的时候，他已经出手了。当然，确实底线这2个人能一换一也非常不错了。
I feel like the Silver's anchoring this like more than the Cypher is. Yeah, no spray. That's a shame. Like again, I don't think that would have been a hard spray to do. EDG forced an early timeout. Pretty sure this was... Well, they didn't really time out much yesterday against FPX. They didn't really time out too much in the first series against DRG because they kind of dumpstered them. Why has Howdong been playing so much KO recently? Because they're putting Smoggy on controller full time, which has been really good. What's the benefit of this game buying first? You get champions points. You get 1 champions point. You get to play in the final, and if you win the final, you get a bye to playoffs for Shanghai. So the points are important. Rack them up as much as you possibly can, and then if anything, it's just more chance to play out maps. Bye goes a long way, that's for sure in Shanghai. For me, I guess it's just interesting to see DRG play without that level of pressure. Because DRG can definitely feel like they can choke big games, so you're playing up against EDG where there's not much on the line, you're expected to lose. You still get to go to Shanghai, you still get to play through Swiss. So like, what can you do kind of vibes. That you also get to pick your opponent at Shanghai. Yeah, from the Swiss stages, yeah. Which I feel like EDG would just pick FBX if they could. Or Paper X if Paper X don't win. So there's sort of like... not the biggest, majorest game. I'm glad that the observers managed to catch that before they switched away. I mean, just the amount of pressure But EDG, it felt like they didn't really do too much. Just chipping away at them after a timeout too.
哇，这一分 EDG 打得很有耐性啊！他们是通过2楼的慢推，先控到一定的位置，
Genji wins Icebox.
判断到你的
This T1 made it close, I guess.
中路 smoke 一个人
What's the final map there?
定出来的坚持给完全清理干净了，而且想要过来
Potentially final map even.
被接，
当然说这一
Fake comeback by T1.
这一分其实浩东的
闪非常关键，
给的非常漂亮，
也是猜到了，因为其实前面
I do like the way that EDG are playing this.
小或者中路去做前顶的动作的。
给了一个主动交闪。我先假设
I think one thing that I've been noticing more and more is just how much how much losing a player first on defense just completely ruins you on this map.
就刚才我看出在犹豫，我
Even like going and getting a kill on defense but getting traded is not worthwhile. If you can get a kill and get out as a defender, it's great. If you get a kill and you get traded, I genuinely prefer you to not even take the fight.
状态啊，所以 进攻的节奏一定会要稍微压缩一下，还是2楼的渗透。
Because there's just way too many gaps to fill, and especially when you're running this comp, like both teams running the same one, right? Yeah.
康康一个人去到
That you just lose something major. You either lose like your Viper wall, you lose your op potentially if you've got your jet,
架一个人，
recon, drone, you lose trips.
缺少绝对位的拉枪线。 哇，没有抓到这波旋转跳的身位，山区也很灵活，因为你正面迟迟没有响过枪，猜到2楼可能会有。
Good shot from Xion.
解决了明区的问题，而且点后依然有人。
Like yeah, not overfacing. Everybody just tucks in. You do lose the one mid. So let's just sort of see like DRG's reaction. You're in a 4 versus 4. Hunter's Fury's been used on attack. 35 seconds. A lot of pressure. More pressure should be on EDG. But DRG are just a little bit like they're breaking at the seams, and Haodong just spots little easy fights for them to take. And because of those kills, these guys have got the opportunity to group up and just go B. With just enough time. Crazy that they went from here like on 30 seconds to planting on this. Nice double peek. And these guys aren't playing together.
第2没有能够成功。
这波其实 Luke 也很清楚，你等对面装完包，把站位站好之后再打回防是很。
Happy was having a game though. I'm glad. I mean, I'd like to feel like T1 would be good on the international stage.
没有办法呀，过来距离太远了，对面的位置已经发生了很大的变化。
Very rare miss. It's true.
2个人在点你，然后另外一个人去反绕避小。
This is a good fight, and then as soon as you lose a player here, like TCH is just in a position where you're stuck. A nice off angle, I guess, for Haodong. Haodong's been shooting today. He's been getting a lot of flack recently for just being a bit of a poopy IGL putting up the numbers, but some of these kills that he's getting have been really impressive. And there's Luke again. Luke. T-Virus Luke, the king of being quiet on the first map and then going nuclear as the stage goes on. The best of 5 might suit him nicely.
应该是重新起的，因为上一把掉在了 A 点2楼嘛，应该是捡不回来了。
但经济已经无关紧要，上半场的最后一分，防守方的经济也是不太够。
Yeah, KO knife in A main doesn't hit anybody.
因为对手的枪械比较差，所以刚刚走的是正面。
Last round, and you've just got such a poopy buy.
TCH 应该不会主动漏，但是他这个位置可能会看到对面，看到了，但是
Don't repeat this, please, TCH. Yeah, especially when you got Nick taking a good fight there.
直接驾驭，康康想要找点后，他知道点后有人 ，TCH 出过枪。
That's a defensive wall. Smoggy still hasn't put his down, right? No.
甚至还有转避的可能。
So they're just
球球那边先摸，
sitting back.
但楼梯处，陆克的补位也很快到了。
No command on the A split.
要提了，球球。
I love the little angle that Luke is on.
2人中2人 A 大。
And TCH was able to pick up the gun that Nick dropped, actually, too. Oh, me, both players just move at the same time.
没有能够打第2个，那这个1换1是完全不够的。
I mean, look at this 5 HP, 5 HP, 100 HP. And Hunter's Fury misses all of them. Look at the lurk too. Haodong's going on a bus route lurk. No theft is good. And you know that this flank is coming in as well. Crazy that none of them die.
这波虽然说我卡数也很快，通过神经曲确定了对面的绕后，但
Haodong dropped a pie in a Snoop Dogg against FPX. That is the weirdest sentence I think ever.
也非常的好。
对，而且一直在移动啊，我在围绕着金字塔在转90度。
没有给到对面去穿射自己的机会啊。而这波其实今年 EDG 还是有一点点危险的，过点处因为没有烟。
It's very brave of I think TZH to hop on top of that box when you have no idea how much they've pushed up.
稳定了下来，上半场打完8比4。对于
Hard day to watch MSI in both best of fives.
对，而且这是在他们没有拿到首枪分的前提之下。
Who's playing in MSI today?
相当优异的大枪分的胜利。
没错。
Oh, you've even got the Reina cosplay with the Reina emo. Perfect.
是。
然后这我们也是导播也很懂。那其实对于这张地图来说，你能看到 EDG 没有受昨天可能输给 FPX 被翻盘的一个影响，而且像浩东也是一扫阴霾，能够在给到机会的时候。
Hi Ryan, how you doing?
但我觉得其实
I'm doing good. Better call Beba.
EDG 还是扩充了很多新的战术出来，包括比如
Top
说
versus Genji
以及中路切断对面的回防，都是其实昨天没有太多去用到的一些战术。
对。
Team Liquid versus Fnatic earlier. Okay. What stage of the tournament is it in now? Must be getting towards the end of it.
一个完全不能接受的分数。
对，而且在防守方的时候 ，DRG 明狙的使用效果也并不理想。
Did I miss a game? You haven't missed a map.
明狙放到防守边之后
You've just missed a half.
是的，我们要来看一下 DRG。
Fan says, "Luke, please wake up." I'm pretty sure we've seen that sign before.
如果首枪分丢到4比10。 就会直接进入
I think 19th is the grand final. That sounds about right, because I think like Master Shanghai starts like 3 days later. Pretty sure it's the same team. So not really too much of a break for the production squad that might. Well, I guess all of the production stuff set up here, it's just mainly the main producers and stuff.
他的状态又需要场面变得足够混乱，而在上半场，我认为整个场面是不够混乱的。
对，其实我觉得整体节奏还是把控在了 EDG 的手中，他们前期的布置或者一些落位的选择都是有很好切断到 DRG。
Yeah, DRG 4-8 despite DRG winning the pistol.
我们来看一下两边的起枪，刚刚是起到了防守。
Picked up a couple of good rounds here, but I like the way that EDG were playing on the attack. It's the perfect mix. You had some straight executes coming in, you had some slow stuff, some attack hopping. We saw the full playbook for EDG. Alright, they get KO knifed here. 3 of them get hit. What's the reaction? Are they panicking and they cutting back? They're cutting noise. They just put the Cypher camera up. But it's looking like they're just going to group up and try to push elbow. You don't have any support up here, so Kung needs to be careful. Because you don't know if you're like, if you dash back, you're dashing back into potentially a fight here. And he still gets one. Actually, the smoke from Luke helps him a bit, more than anything. I do like this reposition from Luke, just try and get up onto the high ground. Yeah, they're just grouping up and going towards A, where you have the defensive wall from Chichu, and then also a trip and a camera way back when. Sorry, Smoggy's wall. But it doesn't, they just burst through it.
3打2，优势的一个残局。
但山区只有10滴血的血量，现在爆能器装下之后，位置比较受考验。Nobody 很快贴到了近点，先确定黄香没人。
但对面有无人机，有0点秀探大量的技能，黄香先露声音 ，Smoggy 找一个支架，跟对面 Nick 对一波线，但对面有独木。 这波独木可以让进攻方。
Is this the final? It is, yeah.
Smoggy 则是被标定，那这样的话，对面大量的技能是开始。
3v2. I mean, DRG's pistols have actually been great this event. For the big games, they've been winning them out.
近点处一直在绕啊 ，Nick。
你雷击剑应该要来了，雷击剑直接反弹。
背身马上要到。
先给徐。
The little flank from Nick is nice too off the recon. Really nice, like synergy between these guys.
真的是很灵活，他不是说我守到一个枪位，我只要拖时间就行了。他想的是，哪怕在自己优势的人数情况下，
What a weird fight in main.
而且是找最优势的对枪的办法，
对，
而不是硬磕。
甚至队友也是能够适时的给到配合。正面的寻敌剑啊，我觉得这分。
Oh, that's where Chichi went down. Okay.
点轩去和球球的一波对位。
Yeah, I don't think you can have that setup. Like where you have trips and stuff to play off, and you're playing in here alone. If you're playing in here as 2, maybe. T2A camera.
可以，这转了一圈，原地盘旋360度。
还好没有。
EDG really fight for A main an awful lot with this defense.
主峰也还在。
Having the Viper, like having nothing on B. I mean, they're on an eco here, but I feel like that's been consistent for them all the way around.
在做单人的渗透，是 EDG 已经拼点了。
但进攻方现在要怎么清这个近点呢？没有寻敌剑，只有0点秀探，而独木一升起，进攻方其实清理近点的难度变得更大了。
有无人机吗？应该还是有的，所以这波肯定有无人机来。
Good information. Everybody's stacked up. Luke is going right into the stack, but he's just farming through them, so it's all good. Shit, I'm trying to reset the aim a bit. Anybody know Kung Kung's AWP settings? No, but I imagine it should be up to date online somewhere. Somebody's tracking these stats.
那这一分我觉得虽然说被打掉2人，但至少比上半场那个手枪第2分要好很多了。他们保留了更多的经济和枪械。 利用主锋的时候的侧线的视觉啊，看到一侧的人。
对，而且现在马上来到长枪分之后，对于 EDG 来说也有一重考验，就是2楼的我卡数。对。 DRG 这张图的强势点就在于2楼的我卡数，它可以单人打穿一通，就这
1.15. So, and oh, I can't remember what EDPI is on. He changed his sense recently, but the EDPI stayed the same.
这一来一回给你防守方在 A 点里面的人压力是很大的。
对，然后中路是由 PZH 一个人来断，只要确定你中路没法回防就行。
800 0.4. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because he was on 1600.2.
在隔壁的 TZG 有没有听到？好像没有听见。
So his sense didn't change at all, but it made a huge difference. Good trades. I don't know if I like the idea of pushing this, especially if you can get that space. Because you kind of know, I suppose, that they're not going to be. You just got past a trip for one. I don't know if you do this against a bonus, though. You do that when you're on a bonus.
你越劣势，你会越想掰，而抓的就是这种心态。
现在 A 点马上。
No, because you're just giving them guns there if they actually wanted to go get them.
没有在点后。
I actually do respect the fact that DRG. I almost feel like the obvious call would be to cut noise to go back to B to pick up these guns and go for B execute. But I actually respect that DRG is like, no, we're gonna cut noise and just commit to A. And they took their time too. Like EDG just kind of walked into them one at a time. And like now they can like potentially run up. You got 2 bulldogs. There was rifles here. So KO's gonna go pick up a gun. They know where nobody is. There's a gun upgrade. And Luke has Blade Storm, so Luke can go and actively fight if they want to.
Nobody, 我觉得这分应该是只能保了，没有太多操作的时间。
Please EDG lose so I can call you frauds. That's just mean. All right. It only took Luke a half to wake up. 12 rounds. I'm pretty sure, like, what did he end the half on? Like, 2 and 12? The fact that DRG were ready, though, like, strong default, good positions. As soon as that defensive aggression comes in, like, 3 people are ready to peek. He had 3 kills. I wonder what he's on now. After forced the timeout early. Early for him, that's for fucking sure. I'm a lifetime EDG hater, Ryan. Any Papega match you can remember across the regions? I want to watch some KC 2023 type Valorant. Piley versus Nova is the one that springs to mind.
DRG 枪皮啊，这个中英混合语句啊，也是我们的刚刚也是官方公布了5月。
Like if you want to watch a funny game, that's probably the one that I would recommend.
队伍的枪皮套装将会上线到游戏当中。
Whose map pick is this? This is EDG's. I think we got to split next, which is Dragon Rangers. I also saw that they changed the Twitter. It's not DRG Official anymore. It's DRG Valorant. So I feel a bit bad. I'll be happy if DRG can get at least a map. I agree. I feel the same. There's been some shit shows in Americas too, but I don't remember what games exactly. Isn't it usually like a Cloud9 series? Not saying the Cloud9 are bad, but that tends to be very muddy Valorant. I didn't bully them. I think if anything, because we saw the main VCT Twitter tweet them out, they probably were like, guys, by the way, you've got a spelling mistake here.
3把正义的1分，4A 的开局，这是一个非常赌 A， 非
There's the shock dart to break the trip.
这是一个超远距离清理 B 点半线的雷击剑，但这分其实球是在 A 的。
Nobody 的飞将，但是又是 Nick， 感觉 Nick 今天是 Nobody 苦主啊，至少3次了。
而且在2楼的这个争夺当中 ，Nick
Your headset dent is crazy, by the way. What do you mean?
步枪，因为那个距离还是要当心那边捡枪的。
可以丢到自己的家里。已经在运了。
那这样的话，对于 EDG 来说，捡不到这把枪，其实收益就不够大。哎，你要丢哪里？
想丢到树上，但是这个
Is he trying to throw it in the tree?
但放在自己家里已经是足够远了。
反正放得越远越安全。而金根花把自己的矛头慢慢的指向 B 点，在点里面的 Smokey 是一无所知，但他同样手里面有一把轻甲飞将。
还有2颗蛇吻啊，前点处。
Alright, EDG timeout.
第一波只要自己不倒是能够拖的。
没有打中。 这样的话，跟对面的 KO 打照面，对面猎枭又给双先锋都在 B， 知道了。
这波蛇吻给的有点慢，对面是踩毒全部进来了。
是，对面本来就是有非常充裕的。
I can't tell if you're upset about it. I take it with humor. I mean, I don't think it's that bad.
找到了对面的一个落位。
It's more where. How can you see?
也缺少了烟雾的帮助。
点后先漏，做拉扯。
But they're really the worst team in China. No, they weren't the worst.
很干净的。
Definitely weren't the worst, but they just looked lost so often. There's some really bad series of Valorant from them. Some really, really horrendous maps. But they feel like they fixed it at the end. So I'm hopeful for the next stage, I guess.
虽然上半场打完是一个8-4的4分之差，但换边之后，DRG 也是逐渐找到状态，每个人的枪法都是非常精准的，
而且是轮流发挥。那现在难题抛给了 EDG。 在昨天的这张地图之上，就是他们的梦魇之地。最后是以被对面反超，当时是12比8，然后被对面连续的12比6被对面连续的得分，
是一路追到加时之后连拿8分结束掉了比赛。那今天这个
All buys across the board again. Kung Kung has the up with no armor.
这是来自于防守方，也是一把
And same setup, same default after a timeout that they're running.
没有选择穿板，不想第一时间暴露自己是把狙的这个情况。
Only difference is that they have the Viper over towards B alone. Because Nick is one away. They assume that they're going to pick up the orb, KO ult, and they can still keep this wall through. Howdong's just play this weird round.
3杀落袋，而且有看到爆能器。我看市场第一时间过来捡包，也被穿。
4杀。
He is shooting heads though.
中路 Smokey 也是拿下了。
What would a loss to DRG mean for EDG? Not too much. It's like an extra champs point. It's a potential shot to be the top seed in China. Therefore, you bypass the Swiss stage and play in playoffs.
了解而来的，他们也很清楚打DRG一定要守住2楼我卡手会单走的管道，所以我卡手通过连续的混烟掌握到了绝对主动权，而正面浩东作为指挥官的
That's some sick shots.
4颗头部的命中，断绝了对面任何想要去。
An angle just seems way too strong.
也是救回了自己的队伍最关键的1分。
坏处是好像狙没来得及捡。
对，狙没有捡回来，但起码把经济现在先稳住，都有长枪用是最关键的。
是，而且刚刚差2个点有狙人。
You get to pick your opponents in playoffs. That too.
康康前顶了，这一侧正好是对面的。
I think it's a cool feature, but I don't think it's like a major one that I'm looking at.
康康这时候是不太敢主动动的。 战术监控也是2次确定康康前顶的点位，身侧没有队友可以去帮忙打技能，所以康康只能在原地等。
他也是缩回到点内来，而在 A 点其实还是邵文期的一个单挂，就发现 DRG 很喜欢在 A 区让邵文期这个猎枭一个人挂在那边。
而且他有很多在 A 点可以给到 B 点支援的点位。
I mean, the plan is if they go for B execute to just fight them, I guess. Like Kung Kung has a dash, but at this point, if they just go for a null command B split, which is what it looks like it's going to be, they're just going to walk out into angles and stuff. Now you activate the ultimate go. Kung Kung just peeks beforehand anyway. He's activated the dash but can't use it. My God. As if that's how it actually happens. Alright, at least find an opening, but Howdong's their superhero.
哇，有点可惜，这分打中路，因为开局的0点球男是有拿到
full like 5-player B split against 2 players that are suppressed with no other utility to help them.
虽然说第一时间
And it's the 2 players that win out.
没有起来，被我开手拿到了2个侧身。不过中路这个进攻是被遏制住了，导致两边没有形成很好的包夹。
对，我觉得对于 DRG 来说这一分
Howdong shooting, so EDG can't lose now.
在 B 小在动手 ，B 大看到还没有来得及进来，所以你看到所有 Smokey 跟康康的枪线完全的对准了 B 小这个位置。
对，而且就是因为正面没烟 ，Smokey 这个点位一旦正面有人想要过来
Very strange
可能
rounds.
会打到侧身的，但就是因为缺少了两边同步进的这个时机啊，导致 EDG 有所反。
Like EDG's like whole defensive side, because it's the same thing again. They're not changing the setup. They've had a timeout. It's not been working for them yet. They're still keeping it the same.
这一分对于 DRG 来说非常大，输掉有可能会直接落入8比12的一个局面。
But it's working.
比较快的。
But I don't know if it should be working is the question. I'm like,
命令是给了，没有任何想要进点的迹象。
这波是被对面无效命劝退了。
对。
那看一下接下来 DRG 第2轮怎么说？这个。
Think of the anti-strat that you could do.
对面第一波 最强的那波 raw 点。
Yeah, but you probably don't have a huge amount of time between Swiss ending. You're just watching the games. I guess it's just like a full 3-4 days of practice. Watching your opponents, keeping an eye on them.
不过时间其实是很够的，哪怕等这个意志结束再打一波都完全来得及。
包是往2楼再带，要走黄香包，要走黄香包。
No, everybody from DRG is just pushing up.
所以只能是从
In holes, 35 seconds, so they don't really have time to do much else other than go A, into a Viper wall, into trips, into free players.
0点秀弹，但是没有独木的遮蔽，没有烟，而防守方的烟刚好可以遮这个门，看传音闪的效果。
Nice flash to peek out. Nobody's position's good. Haodong's position's good.
占据了足够多的优势。
这波打2楼很难实施啊，因为一般来说你要强打黄香，需要有截锋，从2楼顺云加上逐风出来去拉一个枪线，想要都从
This is pretty like
从这个门出来是很难的，并且 EDG
I don't know. This whole setup just feels
埋藏在了黄香下面，这个
like how
知道闪的位置。
why it's not even like it's brand new. Like they've been doing this a lot, like against FBX and stuff.
一开始的意图绝对不是去打这个。
So why would the call not be for DRG? Like let's just go B.
把独木带到2楼，然后去分。
What's the last what am I watching type round? Do you remember? The pistols from yesterday on Bind, both of them for DRG and Trace, were definitely those kind of rounds.
下就很难再开启进攻节奏了。
那现在常规时间的最后一个暂停由 DRG 叫出，在刚刚 EDG 叫完暂停之后是连续的得分啊，把比分拉开到11比8，现在已经没有
DRG taking the timeout now.
加上连续几分的丢失，可能现在经济也会比较受。
Yeah, it's odd.
就看一下这波调整要去做怎样的一个部署。这2分其实有看到 DRG 想的是去把节奏稍微提快一些，一波是快提的 B 区，一波是想要强行打 A。哦，有看到熟悉的面孔出现啊！
Ficala's gone.
打比赛的峰峰来到现场。
啊，其实对于现在的 EDG 来说，看上去他们的暂停行之有效，是扭转了场上的节奏。哎，峰峰也是跟镜头打个问号。
Anything else missed? I think so.
比赛可能略显遗憾一些。
没错。
Feng, my boy. Yeah, it's... To be fair, with DRG playing like this,
那说回到比赛，看一下 DRG 的暂停调整。
like DRG, if DRG are getting comfortable to play up against EDG in these kind of games like this,
进攻看起来方向还是想要围绕。
I mean, this team could go a long way.
这一次进攻方依然没有什么特别好，比如自己没有无效命令，你很难第一波就一招去进到点里面去。
而且看一下 EDG 两人防守的站位，如果2楼有人渗透的话，是非常危
The
险的。
setup completely changed for the first time. And even then, the plan for DRG is to just go A.
顺源两边撞到脸上了 ，Luke 在顺源里面拿到了击杀 ，Smoky 只能打一。
Maybe DRG would just keep going A because they're like, surely they changed their setup this round. And EDG were like, nope, 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 no, same one, same one, same one.
而在打完监控之后 ，EDG 很聪明，直接放弃了从 A 打。
It's only until DRG took a timeout that they actually changed up their setup.
还是看到了。
这个无人机应该是有看到近点处 Luke 的身位。
And DRG just do the same thing again, but because the setup isn't here, it works.
但是人数优势已经建立3打2。
Nobody 有狂烈之怒，但现在因为没有太多信息的支撑，不太敢直接加。
I'm trying to put my head in the situation of what the mind games would be like for either team, but
要快要快，有狂
I can't think of.
这个闪，那这样的话这一分恐
I can't quite work it out. That's a nice peek.
稳稳的平移拉枪。
哇，这分 DRG 是做了一个很快提点的决策。
Yeah, there's definitely a script of like EDG getting battered against FBX,
而 Luke 也是很快
winning the losers bracket final, and then coming back and winning the grand final.
先抓掉康康之后，也
I mean, at the very least, tomorrow is going to be a hype grand final if we see EDG winning this.
除了第一枪3杀到手之后，确定了正面的人数优。第二波赶来的 DRG 想要通过自己的技能来回防，其实是很难的，因为枪线已经完全铺开了。
Like, if the grand final is EDG versus FBX, I mean, it's going to be good. It's probably going to be the best, like, grand final. Yeah, but we always say that, and then EDG will just end up 3-0 anyhow.
但现在新的变数又来了，康康起名居了。
So I guess we'll see.
而且
Right, KNF, I think, gets the Cypher and the Jet here. Shion's about to peek out into the operators. The Viper's clearing this.
Smoky 这边可能有4把枪。
Takes Viper. It's pulled off the crosshair, though. Okay, nice, like, attacking cage, actually, to separate these players out so you can deal with the ones that have, like, peeked in. Kung Kung's still alive. Hopping up Bladestorm. Haodong from distance. Hopping down here is good. That's 12.
哇，这份 Smoky 和康康双人
What language did DRG come in? Mostly Mandarin. Little bit of English here or there, but it is pretty much a full Mandarin speaking roster and then Vukashu. Who do you think is the best initiator in the game right now? I think historically I'd say Leo. I'd probably still say Leo.
这一分 Smoky 跟康康的这个步枪和狙击手之间的搭配非常到位。那来到下一分，9比12已经面。
Oh, the flash recon play actually pixel perfect.
还有狂雷之路的
消遣无人机标定了 nobody， 想要找对面的谁？想要找对面的 nobody。
Weird fight. Who was it? Howdong that was just in full facing. Chichu's 8 and 12. Quite a day for him. But to be fair, he's on the site where everybody's stacking, so it's not like he's stopping things single-handedly. Okay. Smoggy's found 2. This would be a 1 versus 5 if he actually manages to pull this off.
最后一颗蛇吻已经给了，只有一个独木还能够拉起稍微掩护一下独，但独木是在中的。是。现在对于 Smoky 来说，两边都有人。我们上帝视角知道他是完全不知道进。
Nick was just right on the angle. I think he had him drop too. All right, 2 chances.
这种非常喜欢的快节奏的提速啊，抓到了正面。
Map pings and vibes, pretty much.
EDG 的应对已经有。
David the GOAT. David is definitely underrated, but depends what you count as like the initiator, really. Like, because you could say like main initiator player, like the Silver Fade ones, or you could have a KO initiator player, but they flex onto different stuff. Do you think Smoggy should be in the discussion for one of the best flex players in the game? Potentially. Although they're not really putting him on a flex position anymore. He's on controller. I mean, yeah, this... I don't know if they've been doing server time to just pound this out, but DRG's like flash, recon, fighting for A main play. Very hard to contest. Howdong, though, in a good position. The wall is going to get spammed. Eventually taken out. This looks like it's going to be it. 4v2. Well, 4v1 actually, because Vukashu's alone. Nick got downed using the ultimate. And it was DRG going to A back into this whole like wall and at least a trip here setup. But the main body's over in this spot. Smoggy on controller after he said during an LA final watch party that he was shit on smokes. God bless, I thought I'd never see today. It's today. And he's been fantastic on the roll, to be fair. Made a lot of sense. Yeah, EDG at least pushed on this map, on their first map pick. Like DRG looking pretty decent on Breeze. They've had some, like, against Tyloo, had some really, really, like, washy series on this map. So them, like, 13-10, pretty good scoreline overall. I'd be taking that if I was them, for sure. And now you got Split, which you might have a good chance on. That's a good match. Yeah, like, nice and chill. Quality was good. We don't expect it to be super eventful, I guess. Like, there's a clear favorite. There's not too much expectation in either case. So, I don't know. I wouldn't mind a very straightforward 3-0 today for EDG. Thank you very much for the raid. Is it Ni Xin? I guess it'd be. I'm always terrible with pronunciations of stuff on the best of days, so hopefully I didn't butcher that for you. I hope you're good. I hope you've had a good stream. Don't mind me as well. I'm just doing something at the same time. That one Breeze. Actually wasn't a terrible map of Breeze to be watching. That's my feeling on it, at least. Sometimes it's just easy to stop focusing on what's going on, but good vibes. Has to run for dinner quickly. No worries. But hello, everybody. I'm Ryan. I've been watching a lot of VCT China for Valorant this year because it's the first year that we've probably had it as a league. There's no English broadcast, so I've just been watching the region, giving some analysis, bits of commentary, lots of memes. So if that's your vibe, you're more than welcome to follow and just stick around. He's the Sliggy of VCT China. You know what? I'll take that. I do like this region, and I'm very excited to see how it does for Master Shanghai. I'm gonna run for dinner. Have a great stream. Thank you. Hope yours was good. And enjoy your food. Kung Kung back to his top level of performance.
康康的明君其实在整个下半场还是带领了很多拿分的节奏的，加上其实 DRG 他们后面几波的提速也是想不给康康明君发挥的机会而做的这种快提速，但其实我觉得这对于他们的协同是很大的考验。就陷入一个两难局面，打快的我可能协同不够好，而打慢。
Got a lot of bits and pieces to be checking.
细节的数据上面，我卡住这一把也是拿到了一个不错的击杀数，但在限制我卡
Okie dokie.
今天这一把上面做的还可以，
还不错。
就除了一些可能在非预设位置的对枪，比如说我们印象深刻的
Where does Shungeko where's Kung Kung?
拉出去 one tap 那种。
Easy H 126 ACS, Vukashu 200, Luke 200.
对于二楼的渗透做的是没有以往那么多的，或者说是 EDG 的应对做的很好。
DRG actually having
二楼的机会。
well.
进阶数据的展示可以看
Only one more first kill.
不多，反而是比分劣势 DRG 有更多的
5 plants, 5 wins. EDG plant 8 times.
在 DRG 这边，他们仅有的5次安包都拿下了，但是问题是，你在上半场这个4-8到底
But the problem for DRG was just getting the plant down, especially towards A.
对的。 那就要看一下图一，毕竟是 EDG 的。
But all of the rounds that EDG won were like post plants, so they're like playing them up, playing the advantage really nicely. Not too much to say. Will you buy the Wolves bundle? That's a great point. I haven't actually seen it, so this is brand new for me. Let's go do that. What would it be under? Like, is it on the China stream? Val Esports CN. Surely they retweeted it. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. This is it, right? I thought this was just an announcement of it coming, but apparently the ones are in here. So this is like new to me. All right, very cool. Here's all of the teams. Okay, that looks a lot better than I was expecting it to for EDG. I got really worried when I saw, like, here. Where is it? I was like, oh, it's just going to be another black and white boring one. But no, like, the tinges of color, the purple and yellow. Actually, like, not super amazing. Like, not like an S tier one, but, like, it's a lot better than I expected it would be. Oh, they're showing it like this. Wait, this is tech? Yeah, another red skin. All gamers, this doesn't look too bad. There's going to be a lot of red skins, though. That's the problem. I just do it slowly. Oh my god, it's moving. JDG. Oh. JDG one actually looks kind of nice. Looks more like a T1 skin than a T1 skin does. Oh my god, all of the red, though. Yeah, tech, meh. All gamers, better than techs. JDG's better than both of theirs. The Trace one looks really nice. Why is there so much red? Because it's just a big deal in China, isn't it? It's a very regal color. The Trace one actually, again, looks better than I thought it would. Is okay. BLG one goes hard. I haven't seen it, but I imagine it would. DRG one's like, all right, actually. The Trace one is really clean. The DRG one is all right. I don't know. Yeah, the BLG one is nice. It's like Diva's pistol in Overwatch. Okay, and then... Oh, no. Oh... That is the biggest disappointment I think I've had all year. I was expecting, because it's wolves, it's like bright amber colors. Like, this should be like the RRQ one is. Like, the RRQ one is great. Like, the RRQ one is better orange skin than wolves is. Like, this is a big miss for wolves. Yeah, Nova one's nice. Definitely taking advantage that there's not many purple skins. Yeah, actually, I think Nova's is really nice. Not bad, but it's Tyloo anyway. And literally, what is the difference between the FPX one and JDG, right? Look at this, and then look at this one. There's too many reds. So, for me, no, no, yes, no, yes, maybe, maybe, yes, because it's JDG, maybe, no, maybe. Like, they're not too bad. Like, as a collective, they're pretty good. I don't know if you saw on the Weibo page, you said that there are no China player cards, unfortunately, since the teams needed to meet the deadline, which was before Shanghai, so they didn't have time. Okay, gotcha. Well, we go into this now. That's my live reaction. I've not actually seen them before yet. You actually win games with the FPX one. That is brutal. That's genuinely unfair. I need to run ads, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do like 90 seconds. So we've got half an hour at least, and then I'll try and run some at halftime. Red skin equals easy skip. I mean, that was always the problem that was going to happen. Yeah, red is a very, very important color in China, so it does make sense why there's so many orgs with red color schemes. Both teams running the same comp again? I mean, Split for me is getting a little bit... I used to really enjoy watching Split because you'd see loads of different comps and lots of different like strategies and ideas play up against each other. Now, everybody's just sort of running the same shit. Yeah, no play cards is a shame. I imagine we'd get them in the future, like in other opportunities, but who knows. Will the skin be the same price with less that you get? That's a good point, actually. I don't know. Split will change with the Viper changes. I wouldn't bet on it, but yeah, maybe.
再度选出这张霓虹钉，我相信他们又做了很多新的准备，
而且是在上一次碰过输掉的情况之下。
是的，
那看一下他们到底总结什么内容吧。LT 也是隔空跟队友在击拳。那我们要来看一下，在这张霓虹钉上两面会有一些什么样的变化。 在我印象当中留下就是两支队伍在上一次碰面的时候进攻都打得比较挣扎，但是率先在假打方面。
I think now's a good opportunity for teams to be picking up Split a lot more. Like the only team I can think of that actively bans out Split is FPX. But it makes sense that they ban out this map because there's not really too much that you can do on it. Everybody's kind of moved into doing the same monotonous comps. Alright, map 2. Both teams running the same comp. This is DRG's pick. Didn't go well for DRG last time in the first qualifying game for both these teams. But outside of that, it's actually been a really good map for DRG recently. Paranoia in hand, nobody about to go full contact. The Paranoia hitting everybody. Nice counter flash, actually really does save their bacon there. But Kung Kung's in, nobody's in, trying to fight again. Xion only able to get one. One of the few pistols that I think we'd effectively see DRG lose.
狂怒3人站位的 A 协预判战术针对意图很明显，而确实
EDG will lose this map 13-10. I don't know.
A 大看到的那一刻就已经锁死了，踩雷飞剑会从 A 大丢出去，然后2个狂怒
Really good tester for EDG.
开始了火力的倾泻。
而且这一波其实
Yeah, this is.
技能准备没有。
I love this map when you could just play like double duelist, double initiator. You'd run this kind of comp from some teams now and again. But yeah, maybe just at the end of this patch, it feels very,
看一下现在的起枪 ，Nobody 是买了一把
very slow and labored.
保有 A 血的一个控制权。康康是中路。
Have any of the Channingham speed affected by tech delays? Not really. Playoffs has had a lot more than we've typically seen.
很经典的一个打法。
但是有人来了，是把判官。OK， 霰弹枪对霰弹枪，看谁的更贵了。
而且有护甲的优势啊，这 Nobody 没有很多后顾之忧，队友过来补位，
给闪挂绳上去 ，Smoky 是挂绳完成了鬼魅的击杀，而康康从另外一头完成
Very clean
中路拒绝
anti-eco.
安包的可能。
Give me a hot second. I need to do something.
Smoky 是被抓掉了，但 Nobody 补位来得很快，加上判官在电梯房的威胁无限大，对面也不太敢走得更加深入了。
主要是在通风馆这个狭窄区域里面，判官
Very busy this week.
这波 Luke 跳点很细节啊，他是侧身。
Also, the Marvel Rifles closed beta started, or like closed alpha even.
其实有点类似于解封主封的时候这个动作。
是的。但其实对于雷兹来说，这个操作难度会大很多。
那看一下第3分 ，DRG 的关键分来了。由于上一分的投入，这一分已经出现了无甲狂徒。
是我看出经典的无甲狂徒出门，而且康康因为上半场开局6个击杀的诞生啊，离终极技能点数是差的不多了。
啊！现在这2把判官是悬在进攻方头上的2把利剑，
加上我开始没有护甲，这判官只要打到身体，可能就要直接死了。
There we go.
Nobody 现在
That was the first map for EDG locked in.
挂在 A 点2楼 ，B 点到
Yeah, I mean DRG made it a little bit more competitive than you might expect.
而且 Nobody 在地图的另外一边啊，他可能要往回家里面退才有机会吃到这个御神之息。
第一时间不敢动，因为怕对面会 rua B。
Right, you got double trips here to fight up against this Viper wall.
转到中，但中路有蝰蛇的存在，你不
You've put an Omen smoke here to hide the camera? Is that what they've done?
中路是一个静音接触，可能会先给球球打个。
That's a really nice idea from EDG.
还有蛇吻，
自己是一个害灵，没必要在这个距离跟对面去掰。
能抢到电梯房而已。想上2楼的话要等。
Is it there? I can't tell. I don't think it is actually. I think that's just a trip. Camera got broken. Oh, I thought that there was some like really cool idea that they won with the camera.
应该是要名牌夹 A 了。
But I think it was just the red, the icons just merging into each other. I wonder if you could do that though. Alright, Smoggy gets one with a judge. Nobody is a judge too, but he gets caught out like just on the opening of sight. EDG looking to pick up the bonus. You got 2 players running onto site, but neither of them have the plant. Spike is just in A heaven.
虽然说进了点，但是爆能器带不进来，这也太伤了。对于DRG来说，这分只能接受2把枪去在点内保枪，而且位置还很危险。
要被缴吗？对面的枪其实是可以选择来跟你
clear it up nicely. Hold on.
卡手的架枪是掩护住了队友，
撅起小嘴，
小委屈。
但对于浩东来说，他存了3800块，他这一分会有可能直接发狙出来。
但我觉得在应对DRG的时候，这张图起狙真的是一个好的选择吗？
因为比较狭窄，有可能会被快速的贴脸。
对，这张图其实是有非常多进攻快提的战术以及围剿的战术的。
没有起狙，
明狙可能不是一个特别好的选择。再加上康康差1个点又玩焰火。
对，尽管经济是完全充裕的，浩东这一分买了枪，手里边还有5000块。 张花下半场是3分连拿，现在 DRG 有点危险了。
对，虽然说上一分保下了2把长枪。
Is there actually a buy here?
3把正义在。
3 pistols and 2 rifles, and it's just the 2 rifles that they saved.
这个烟有很大的一个缝啊。
是 Smoky 也是打的比较的油啊，这一波没有跟对面硬磕到底，选择等队友来。现在 B 大已经有判官在了，
打闪在清，
闪看一眼，然后准备暗眼。 但还是拖延的一个姿势，并没有打算跟对面 all in。但是其实回防也
stalling this out completely.
中3B 的一个防守。
但因为DRG开局没有在中路或者
smoked across, that just forces out another smoke. They clear it, they check it. Viper wall has pulled like 3 people over towards B. So Haodong just kind of like, okay, if they've cut noise and they're resetting, they're probably coming over to my site. You also, yeah, just got close enough that you can put a trip, so you know that they're coming. And then you have a trip in heaven. And throughout all of this, even though you had 3 people on B, you did have Chichu watching across from mid. And he goes down.
看浩东能不能守住。
浩东选择进点里面，他不想把点内放置空间放给对面，队友30。
Knows that he's TP'd because he heard it.
找到机会，浩东1换1，二楼还依然是防守方的控制。出烟。
There's the mid lurk. TZ Hitch. One of the 2 guns that they had left. At least a plant from Nick, but he only has a sheriff against 2 rifles.
又是 Nick 的残局1打2，很熟悉的画面。
有拼点，但是不知道有没有看到，现在确认了。
2发，来不及换弹，
是，
只能指望1发1个。
或者打一个可能有换弹的機會。
Love that they grouped up. Oh, they actually did just line up for a second though. And Nick only had 1 bullet. Thank God nobody clears it up.
他非常熟悉的地图上拿下了这个击杀。
I don't think we've really seen nobody lose a clutch on this map. He gets multiple, like, he top frags, he gets loads of multi-kills, but I swear he just wins every clutch that he's in.
通过假换弹骗出来了一个击杀，在1发的情况下还是没有敌得过对手的 Nobody。
是。
但不得不说，我觉得这分其实中路的渗透做的是非常好的。TZH 一个人打穿了整个中路的防线，同时对于2楼也是实施了很快的一个突袭吧，但很可惜被。A
very early timeout though for DRG.
那 Nick 也是感觉就差那么一点点。
DRG might 3-0. What score is it currently?
站在他这边，刚才是有机会直接穿到。
有一个短暂的重位。
是，但不管怎么样 ，DRG 在0比4之后也是该叫出自己的。
I wonder if Sliggy will stick around to watch this one. I feel just call it and join for EMEA in Americas because he's trying to watch all regions, isn't he? 11-5 third map.
阵容确实很轻盈于防守，但是你未必能够保证自己的防守做得跟对面一样好。
并且还有个问题就是，如果你在上半场
This is nobody's comfort map. He does well on it. That's true. But he's played in Sky too, and he was always a pretty good Sky.
是的，
这是最大的问题。
He won't. He said he'd raid you. Okay, gotcha. So I can't leave against this series.
上半场，当时是防守方拿了7分。
Man's trying to do 3 regions all in one day.
下半场是被 EDG
I'm just surprised he didn't try and go for the 4. The full like infinity stone that you could get.
应该经济还是够起下一分的枪的。 而且现在还有一个问题是要应对康康的晚焰火，其实这个时期的晚焰火是比较致命的。这张图也不像微风岛屿一样有这个 KO 的存在。
So far though, like,
来了，看一下。
well, at this point, Luke is 1-4. He just like he either just has bad maps total or just bad starts to maps. Sliggy on a 2-hour sleep schedule. Ah, it's crazy. What time did Americas finish last night?
一个点数，看一下他会不会考虑去获取 A 点或者 B 点的在地上的点。
It's sad that Crew didn't qualify.
晚焰火这分的选择是空中，还是想要去对电梯房施压
But I'm glad that we get to see like this iteration of Leviathan at an international. Alright, as soon as there's some pressure in mid, aggression in B main with a showstopper. Nice round. Always the risk when DRG would take a timeout when there's a full buy. You have a good idea on what DRG might like to do on attack with whatever ultimates they may have. And then you have a showstopper. 4 AM British time? Wow, so he only had like 5-hour streams. 5-hour sleep. I did see the DRG fix their Twitter handle. And I also saw the classics for China. I don't know who wins. I thought that Wolves would be a clear winner with theirs. But it's ended up being the worst.
要先捡包才行。但爆能器的控制范围内有2人在架。
They should embrace the scuffed nature of it all. It'd be good for the memes, almost like a DSG kind of argument with how they do their like assets and stuff. But I don't think China's really the region that's gonna take part in stuff like that.
而屁股后面还有一个人。
背身的威胁马上就到。
哦，已经看到了，没办法。
这份 EDG 是选取了一个最
好
的获胜方式。
是的。
Very good call, very good round. Poor timeout from DRG.
完暂停之后，他们的选择是来到了中路，抢到了
Not the best. Chinese social media management is strict for real. Yeah, it's legit. Somebody might lose their job because DRG misspelt their Twitter. Like that wouldn't be surprising in the slightest. I'm not saying that's gonna happen or would. It is happening, but I can definitely see people being like, it's a huge disrespect to the organization that our username has been misspelled this whole time.
尽管他有4000块的存款。
这里是预判对面可能会打一波提速，但问题是 DRG 还是非常冷静。
Right. Camera here, Trip to go across, Trip on the back of the poison cloud as well, because DRG have started doing a lot of stuff mid now.
对于进攻方来说，这个追猎之灵知道对面手里面有，但对面没交，其实是如坐针毡。 因为回防的时候有绝对技能的加持，大枪打小枪，其实回防成功率会非常的高。
Does it mean now because DRG official was changed away that the at is free? Because I might take the at this point. I will be the new DRG official.
是的，
你不管往 A2楼这个电梯房上面走，还是说从楼梯上 B2，都是一个比较劣势的将位。
就 B2是康康，然后 A 点。
Alright, Skydog to check this. Sees the Viper. 50 seconds, so there's still a chance to reset, but you're comfortable with this setup. You can stack people over here. Even nobody still has a judge. Flash, even more information. This is why I like playing the Sky over to B. Getting a flash and getting information for this just feels so much more valuable. And you have got the Seekers that's going to push and find a little bit more. Yeah, Kung Kung just cleaning up like crazy. He almost has another showstopper. He only used it last round. He's going to waste. Is he going to waste? Well, he's in a 1 versus 2 and he's on his own. Yeah. All right. They're no longer a fickle now.
并且占了一个对面一定会搜的位置，
但由于枪械的优势，再加上队伍完全获知了对面即将来袭的信息，
而且背闪也很迅速，没有被这个引路之损。
I don't think they changed it because I brought it up.
加上是很快的收获到了3杀。
Because the Valorant Twitter tweeted them out and atted them out.
进到点内，但爆能器掉在了2楼。
You messaged them on WeChat. That's also kind of handy. So it's Sprite's fault that the meme is dead.
现在对于 DRG 来说，可能要考虑另一个问题了。
Maybe that's it. Maybe DRG just gone like a crazy loss streak now for the rest of the year. That was the thing that actually like kept them afloat. They wouldn't have made Ascension without it, kind of vibe. Right, full buys, 5 ultimates for DRG. You got the trip up here ready for the B execute, A execute even with the showstopper. I don't know if Ukashu pushed up close enough to know it was there. I don't think he did.
两边是知道你就在我的隔壁，手稳逼迫浩东下去，但自己也被标定。那这样的话 ，TZH 的渗透也就到此为止。
Clearly, they're not going to go in that direction anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
枪线往2楼深入走。
离魂现在 EDG 聚集了一个4A，
爆能器可能要被端了。
而且
4A。Kung's got the spike.
You
can Omenal, I guess, Xion.
只能离魂捡了。
It's not great, but it's something. Showstopper comes in, doesn't get the trip. He doesn't get Howdong either. Howdong gets 2 from here. What the hell just happened? I feel like we just missed the entirety of the round.
在那颗转移的时候被断掉，就好像已经印证了这分的结果，因为正面缺少斯凯的引路之损，很难有经
You can't replace Sprite as a translator. That's not fair.
技能组的存在，
对，
进 A 真的非常的难。
而且你从
You know, if you're going to Shanghai, Ryan, as talent, I very much doubt it. At this point, I would be incredibly surprised if I ever worked in international events, seeing as I don't work anywhere else at the moment. But I also know that talent is sorting out their like Shanghai visas and making sure that they can travel and stuff, so it would have been very unlikely, but I think I can safely say no. I'd also say it's very unlikely that I attend Shanghai just as like a influencer, right? To just go along like some people went to Madrid. DRG actually just brute forced it this round and it works. Even predicted TCH is going to be there.
很无奈，没有办法回防，太远了。
跟对面点点头，看一下接下来 Smokey 会怎么来操作。
应该还是要考虑去下枪的，经济很多。
Need to have a special pass to get in and out of the country without hassle, otherwise it's a mess.
他就主动来兑现，拿下第1分。
哇，这分我觉得主要还是一个点，把节奏给搅乱了。来到了 DRG 非常熟悉的一种打法，就乱战。 这样他们每个人的个人能力才能够有所发挥。
Did they actually use any of their ultimates? No, just Vikashi turned on the aim hack to get that first kill. Gotcha.
也是被抓到了，同时第2时间想要從電梯房上來補槍的球球也被架，因為 A 血一旦失手，你的電梯。
Oh, it is 7-1. All right, everybody knows what they need to do. I don't know if Dez is here, but doesn't matter.
那终于是在
People need to go into Sliggy's chat and spam 7-1 and just be like, oh, it happened in China and you're not there, so we're doing it in here instead.
不见得很好操作。
Because Dez, who's a moderator for Sliggy, is Brazilian. Every time it's a 7-1 scoreline, people at them in chat. But I don't think they're here.
哦，这个回复
Look at this attacking
他要
ult.
干扰对面的回防，他不想让对面通过中路打回防。
相当于想把
I mean, you've basically boxed. You gotta clear this. You gotta flush them out because essentially they can't go anywhere. But you get pulled away by the op that's facing. At least you do get held on. Kung Kung's repositioned,
依然没有解决。
and that Viper split in mid doesn't really get anything.
给烟，想把康康淹进去，没问题。这样的话，狙的强线是没了的 elbow， 经典 elbow 的位置 ，nobody 是把判官，但是判官在这个距离不是很有效果。
2楼其实有人，正面也有人，康康没有办法抉择要看哪边。不放怪的球
Kung
球
Kung is 30 HP.
随时可能会有人出来抓自己的背身，30滴血。
Push from here. 4v2.
还有点远 ，Smokey 走的是电梯房。
要保狙吗？
现在只能先把2楼。
Nobody going for shotgun only challenge on land. Apparently so. I mean, last round he didn't have it.
由于这分是投入比较多，其实这把狙下一分，这分掉了，下一分未必能起。
But he's really enjoying his judge arc on this map.
保狙。虽然说这分的明狙有架到一定的人数，但很可惜的是，关键的点位依然没有能够。
He had it last round as well. Wasn't no because he was up on here, wasn't he?
在中路展开的这个回复，
And he got the kill here.
挺有创意的。
I don't think he headshot him with a judge from that distance.
电梯房这一侧都
Kung Kung's just adding to his stats, 18 and 4.
30滴血的康康，赶紧跑。
子弹就在身后。
哦，明狙没子弹了。
没子弹了，我要换弹。对面给机会吗
Try to get him anyway.
7比2。
Wasn't it Smoggy who killed in B main?
2分啊。
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
2分是稳定了自己的节。
Sorry, for some reason I thought nobody was on the Omen.
这分其实康康已经是
Yeah, you are completely right.
争取玩法了。
对，但还是。
Sorry, it's all blurring together now.
派的抱团其实明狙不太好发挥，这部分已经是通过自己的技能组尽量的去找机会去抽人数了。
1楼抽不到，我去2楼抽。
但2楼其实对于
Yeah, they're chasing him. They don't want him to keep the op. And I guess money for DRG is still kind of tight in places. They still have a full buy.
步枪的出门，而且一下子 EDG 鸡蛋的经济就没那么多了。
连续的长枪分失败。
Well, they'd have a full buy for this round if they lose. They're on an eco, and then they'd have a full buy for 12.
路只能等一等，手稳，打照面，打赢。
这是掏技能的 timing 被抓到了。
是的。
Nobody else has pushed through. I do like the paranoid cut cross here.
也想要也把
And then an attack trip to just keep control of this.
重新组织一波回到 B 点的车库，因为虽然是已经提前一步摸进来了。
Xian's found a lot of
应
space.
该不成问题，把爆动机带进去，大不了安个安全包。
只能安全包了，因为2楼掌控权不
Look
在
just how much they're swarming here. 4 versus 4, but look how much map control EDG have.
防守站位怎么去落位
Everybody's boxed in.
接口没有接口，博卡数很需要一个击杀。
One plane in danger, one backside. Camera's broken eventually.
2楼下。
Oh my god, he whiffed. He whiffed so hard. TZH though.
想用枪法克赢，但是只剩下
Nick, good flash.
一个大拉，对面拉开，非常漂亮。
Not quite able to do anything off the back of it.
锁定了优势的局面。
哇，这分打得很惊险啊！残局又
Sliggy raid incoming. Oh, brace it. So I guess Genji won 3-0.
这波对面正好是离掩体比较近的，两个人都是躲在了掩体之后，第一时间没有让 Nick 找到拆分的机会，再配合一个大拉。
最关键这个绳子下面啊，错失了一个非常好的机会，被反杀。
So Genji Payprex Grand Final. That's gotta be popping actually. Good repeat by EDG. Yeah, I mean it reminds me of Nick. Nick had a similar play in the pistol yesterday on Bind, didn't he? Yeah, actually really good. Like just a good round from EDG. Just the whole like retake.
都有掩体的情况下，这分也是最终由 EDG 成功拿下。
A little bit whiffy in places though, especially with a fight down here.
经济可以稍微的缓口气。
I mean, at this rate, it could be because this is Ascent, which I think EDG won 13-3 yesterday. No, yesterday, the day before. So this could be a very quick 3-0 too, which I guess is expected result. A map would be nice for DRG. I'd welcome that. Sliggy, thank you very much for the raid. I hope you enjoyed your losers bracket final. Don't come in here and say, why am I banned in Sliggy's chat? As if I know.
爆能器还在 A 血碰没有捡，同时看一下浩东，马上到咨询室可能会抓到一个背身。
这个 timing。
Ask me that again, I'll know why I ban you from this chat. I don't mean.
2楼和1楼之间来回转圈啊。
Just to catch you up here. Both DRG and EDG have qualified, same as Pacific. EDG won on Breeze 13-10. DRG sort of made it fairly close. Like, there were some good moments from them, but it was just, I don't know. EDG kind of kept doing the same defensive setup and DRG kept walking into it. Just surprised Pikachu face like 5 times in a row. It's crazy. And yeah, EDG are kind of stomping on DRG's map pick.
他就追不上来。
Whilst this is around, we'll see Haodong
这样的话，两边的距离其实被缩近了。
basically be like Predator in the film Predator,
可能在清理技能的时候
skulking after DRG.
浩东追到一些位置。
但是浩东现在也在跟对面进行念远监控打掉。
12秒啊，那进攻要提速了。
是的 ，B 点。
How many kills does nobody have? Quite a lot. And he's basically been judge only this whole game.
应该再看，但陆克的血量不高。
是陆克只有33滴血，扛不住狂徒的一发。
两个人打一个。
Oh, I wonder, yeah.
哦，这波好像突然出枪。浩东知道至少有一个。
Great stuff.
这是一个 B 外的爆能器，所以他们可以退。
先手稳加雷，这雷是什么情况？
但手上技能已经耗空了，两人站位几乎都被锁定。浩东知道这个包不能强拆，想出来找人。
他得主动先找，至少找一个。主动出枪，但是对面是双人，高低双加。哦，浩东
Yeah, wondered why it was getting banned there.
拿下这一分。
哇，非常赶的一个决策，在对面名牌双加的情况下，选择一个大拉解决了。
Also, they were just,
清掉近点残血的陆克之后
the auto mod caught them swearing at me.
没有任何的失误。
今天浩东的状态在
Oh, wow, they just found a lot of stuff.
队伍。
而且这一波是 DRG 的进攻来。
Oh, Fio's here? I thought Fio was a
突然3个人
mod, but yeah, I could do that.
是，然后接下来就是两面雷子的一个绕圈秀。
对
There we go.
一直在不停的换位置。
其实康康这一波的决策已经做得很快了，抓到对面在放完 P 令之后想要。
Who do you think's DRG must watch player? Probably Vukashu at this rate. But it's sort of knowing the squad.
其实已经是尽到自己最大的可能了。残血来到残局之后也没有太多的办法。
Next isn't around today. Yeah, I mean, I think theirs was modded. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I just tried to mod everybody.
放空了，因为 EDG 一开局的站位就很靠后。
DRG qualified for Shanghai? Yeah. They did it in really good fashion yesterday. The VODs on Sliggy's VOD channel is like worth a watch for sure, especially the last map. It's crazy.
非常明确的优势完以后封锁 B 大，劝退对面可能的入侵，进攻方卡在了中路和 B 点外面，
没有任何进攻的道路可供选择，而且 TZH 的血量也是被压得很残，现在可能要先找一下 Nick 把血量抬回来先。有神经曲息，但是没有任何
Yeah, typically I don't
可供抛出啊。
I don't want to mod too many people because the chat usually is pretty chill, pretty quiet.
因为神经曲息的放出是有先决条件的，而看起来 DRG
Like we usually have Lexi, and Lexi can do the job for 10,000 people in here.
好像是
是
浩东
防守
找到了接
方
口
的。三人站位是完全被探知。
Oh yeah, the DRG missing both mollies on the post plant and then still winning the round.
找到一个机会，然后准备换位。
Christ, don't even remind me. The pistols, both of them.
蛇纹已经提前扑下来了，没有任何转点的余地，只能靠正面突破了。烟雾还在给，甚至
It was just one guy, chat's chill now. Yeah, yeah.
已经是不可
我
能了。
觉得唯一的赢面是中路的 TZH，他要打赢至少一个或者两
Can't
个。
be the only one that thinks that watching a game where both teams have the same comp is boring. Yeah, especially on Split, because we've been gifted, like, Split even like
白命一波
6 months ago, you'd have double duelist, you'd have double initiator, you'd have this comp. But now everybody, because Sentinels were so dominant on it,
那摩卡鼠也是被
everyone's like, let's just copy what Sentinels are doing, and it's just
比上次来说更加
just Resident Sleeper. How's the level in China compared to the rest of the world this season? Behind, but catching up very quickly.
自己选出，但你开局选的话，一定会在一个劣势的进攻。
I think Shanghai is a really good tournament for the China region. I don't feel like we'd win it,
多了一个小优势，但是问题
but I do think that
也是打了一个
a top 4 finish for China would be a really good goal to set for them.
2比8的一个半
Because I think top 6 is the furthest that EDG have got.
没有12分
Like a team reaching top 4, even a couple of teams reaching top 4 would be
自选
would be nice.
这张霓虹钉一上来就遭遇到了很大的威胁，
是
主要是图一的这个失利啊，还是影响
Yeah, FBX look great, EDG look great.
说你图二输了，立马就结束。
I feel like DRG could take a team down with
也
them.
是骤增，并且图五还是
Like a shock upset.
很想打的地图。
更何况让2局3在整个围棋电竞的历史上都非常的少见。
对的，现在中场的调整尤
Which China bundle do you feel is S tier in your opinion? Can I be brutally honest and say none of them?
太大了，整体的话
I think the ones that I was expecting to be good have been like the Wolves one. The Wolves one is so. I was expecting it to be
他
amazing.
们来说，当然不想要空手而归，或者是
BLG's is nice. Traces is really
怎么样
nice.
比赛还没有结束，下半场的首枪分将会
Traces and Novas and even DRGs.
争夺。
那就看一下换到防守之后，他们的
They haven't been leaked. They've been announced. We'll show them in the break. If you like, if you, I don't think we're going to be honestly that long in this map
打的，特别是
by the looks of things. But if you want to check out the China Classic skins, we'll show them in a second.
也是拿了个7比5嘛。
没错。
You definitely set expectations too high. You can't put it on me. Sorry, you can't say that Wolves' expectations are high on me.
上张地图 DRG
For me, say like I expected the Classic's going to be good. When you've got TMV
这次在换
that's saying that this team is going to go and win champs, and if they don't, it's either the refs' fault, which don't exist in Valorant, or VAR's fault, which doesn't exist in Valorant. How am I the one that's like exceeding expectations for Wolves?
好的，也是感谢粉丝们来到现场，给到你们喜欢的队伍支持和助威。那现在来到下半场，10比2。
Look at this.
EDG 带着，而对于DRG
18, 25 kills, 30 kills. Not quite deadlifting his team. It'd be crazy if he was.
中路 TZ 显然没有预判到啊。
这么多人加上一个毗邻之虎，
Biased Ryan, TMBs. The man called me a fraud on Twitter. He called me a fraud because I predicted against Wolves.
要么还是怎么样？但回身又多打了一个，反而赚了。
挂身来不及了，那反而是把自己逼入绝境，强行换了一个1v1。
Also, that's not my sends anymore. I think my is like 200 EDPI.
第二，
现在要看球球了，球球位置已经被发现，
是而且被标定，那这个2打3会变得更加难打。
沈旭过来补位了。
那没办法，暴动骑士都
They literally just walked into Xion.
但是也确定大概的位置。哦，少奇的标配，头部加身体。
They're still winning pistols.
哇，这份虽然说一开局有抓到 TZ 区一些 timing， 但两边的补位来的都很快。Luke 也是第一时间赶到了电梯房，而 Nick 在
DRG got to fix up a lot of things if you want to take down like a T1 or just have Vukashu carry maybe. Luke.
但又多打了一。
Luke is a tricky player. Luke always starts off slow and then ramps up.
感觉第一时间 Luke 有一点点慌，他是因为被标定到了，他在挂绳的时候可能是失误了。
You know what would be cool?
F 是一个拔标。
Because the classics have been announced now.
好在
Have it where the grand final FPX and let's say EDG,
起了一把蟒下
they get to play with their classics.
冲突出门。
3把枪，这一分是有点小贪。
Xion 7 is actually Xion 7 and 10.
下一分，
留了一定的容错。
鬼妹
哇，
这个位置
选区真的很赶。
7, 10, 7 actually.
但还好就是手枪，所以少奇并没有倒。
Announced or leaked? Announced. They come out on Tuesday.
Luke 如果这时候往中路前点顶的话，很有可能会被对面。
I thought that they would announce them for,
对。
I thought they'd announce them tomorrow.
转 A 区的话，我们看到
You know, show them off in the grand finals, have a bit more of a look, you know, inspect icons and all that kind of stuff.
再给队友回报信息。
So I wasn't really expecting them to be announced today. No player cards, no spray. The spray, no spray is a bit weird because I'm like, the spray is just the JPEG, right?
他手闪身中了一发鬼魅的身体，再给踩雷飞机。
Like, just give me the server. I can put the Billy. I can just take it off Wikipedia and paste it into Valorant. Don't know if that's how it works. I imagine it isn't.
虽然自己倒了，但是帮对面打掉了 Luke。
我看出只有一把鬼魅，现在血量很低，只能先往后退，半线铲触发，但没
The
有。
prices will be adjusted accordingly.
捡到了，
So they go from very expensive to just expensive.
甚至还有轻甲的狂徒化攻为首，只要架枪就行。
这把蟒侠将会相当的关键，两枪都没有跟到。
EDG
局面变得完全不一样，这把狂徒落入进攻方之手。
而且现在看一下局
Where?
面，
Sorry, where did they lose the Vandal?
想开了，只要围绕康康来打就行，并且浩东随时可以绕2楼。时间在一步步流逝 ，DRG 要赶紧做出应对。
I swear, some of these China games, you just look away for a second. I imagine this is what it's like to be a parent. You look away from your child for a second, and you look back and they're just covered in shit. And you're like, what happened? How did I miss this? Should I have been paying more attention?
哇，这颗黑杖落的时机可以说是
Literally need like a baby monitor to watch these guys.
生效那一瞬间掩护住了队友的身位。
是相当于 counter 了对面这手闪。
对，而且我觉得这分起跳上的一个问题还是蛮大的。虽然第一时间Luke 的狂徒补到了 A 点，但点内其实单人手点的我看出是一把鬼魅，他接了一个人之后自己已经是无力。
We won't get China player cards until 2025. Is that what he actually said, or is that just
对，关键 Luke 有很。
I haven't looked at the article or anything. So you don't really commentate the game. We just watch together kind of vibe. Did you come from Sliggy?
雷飞战士把人逼了，想要快速去解决这个击杀，但是
yeah.
被淹散了，被打了一波侧身。
那这样的话，直接进入了DRG的一个存钱分，有一把无甲的狂徒和一把雄鹿。
局势两面。
In the case where you didn't come from Sliggy's
本来以为
raids, because I imagine that we're like towards the top of the directory. There's no English broadcast for China. I'm a caster, commentator, analyst that worked in the MEA, but I don't anymore. So in the meantime, I've been watching all of China because there's no English broadcast. Trying to do like if there's some crazy moments, I'll cast over them. And what I mean by casting is I'll scream over them and cry over them. But like otherwise, I'm just doing my best Liggy impression.
现在 B 区其实是非常受考验的 ，Nick 和山吃加上 TZ 3个人只有2把阵营 ，Nick 已经被撕了。
Do you stay in China? I am in the United Kingdom. I don't live in Shanghai. Don't be Sliggy.
有烟出不来。
I was gonna have a joke, but again, I looked away and
把雄鹿
1 versus 3 with a Bucky.
架住，这怎么操作？
Hot stepping across the corner.
骗枪，骗狂怒的子弹。
Oh no, knife fight! Yes! Oh.
男人之间的战斗。
Yeah, I don't have an argument anymore when people are like, is this a really important game? And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot behind it. No, they've just decided to have a knife fight in mid just to end it.
操作也是没有任何问题，因为你在面对盲侠的时候，你只能通过这样的方式骗掉2颗子弹之后，才有任何操作的可能。
When in China, yeah.
但这分也是很无奈，因为上一分存钱分被翻了，导致能够去操控的技能和枪械是很不足的。
It's just a pause. It's just a pause and throwing away the guns. And he still loses, even when it's a knife fight. Even when it's a knife fight, Luke still can't win a 1v1. Not against Howdong.
从这个点也可以看出，其实 DRG 整体的心态还是蛮好的。
Yeah, if this is your first experience of VCT China, that is the best experience that I can give you. Even the coaches are like, yep, fair enough.
被尼克对后面的队友被尼克补枪，
哎，卢克没有想到，
神不知鬼不觉的Nobody 已经混到了一个通风管的深处，
进的有点快。
但他敢带着爆动器直接走 AR 吗
I mean, I think as well, like, you're playing this map with this comp.
看到人，确实
You're going to Shanghai, which is going to have
看到我卡说
the Viper nerfs on them.
到点内，
又要1打多了。
I think the comp would be changed a little bit. I think you could maybe argue to get rid of the Viper and then just double Initiator.
解决
Like Sky Breach with a Cypher.
闪了，只能看暗眼。
看一下球球选的反绕还是怎么样，因为这个爆动器并不是一个2楼包。
球球只有1颗蛇吻了。
Do you know what would be funny though? I imagine Tracer watching this after losing that qualifying game against DRG yesterday, and they're just like, really? We lost to these guys. They're just having knife fights in mid.
要赢得拿5杀，已经4杀到手了。
Go on, a 1v1.
单向烟，那这个单向烟其实
I thought Xion was TPing up there for a second. I panicked like crazy. Alright, knife fight this one, DRG. Go on.
山需要快点。
还有6发。
Nah, I can't do it. And nobody ends. I'm telling you, nobody just either multi-kills, clutches, or multi-kills and clutches.
专属地图和专属位置。
This is just nobody's map. Nobody can take it away from him. So that's Kung Kung that's at an ace, and then nobody.
巨大的领先。
先一步拿到了整个 BO5 的赛点局，而在对手主选的这张
Used his own one way against it. Yeah,
让对面拿到太多比分。
not really backed into a corner, but time is not on the side there for Xion.
其实我觉得在换边之后 ，DRG 还是有去追。
All right, so that's 2-0. Ascent is next, and DRG lost to Edward Gaming 2 days ago, 13-3.
知道在内分阶段中，其实整个比赛就离自己渐行渐远了。
是的，但万幸的是，从最后的这个情况来
To
看，
clutch, you need to multi-kill anyway.
影响到太多的心态。
I can think of a lot of examples where you don't need to.
被对面存钱翻盘的时候，但是
Ninja defuse for one, that you don't win the fight, but you just buy enough time.
或者 BO5，
那再看一下上一场的精彩。
Or you're in a 2 versus 1, you haven't got a kill.
预判就做了
Your teammate gets traded, it's just you and them.
2把狂怒，3个人的防守对于 A 血的控制非常的完美。
Yeah, most of the time,
没
yeah.
有给到对面拿手枪分的机会。
对，是 EDG 这张地图强势。
Counting team capsules? Yes, you're right. So, I'll stop recording that for Sliggy, because when he's doing Pacific, I record the VODs like he does and put them on his channel. Hoping people don't realize that it's actually me.
守住之后将会来到图3，
So far, it seems that
这一支让我们有机会看一下到底复盘。
everybody knows that I'm Sliggy.
对，
They haven't caught on yet. I've like snuck onto his channel.
让亚海选手还是蛮受挑
But yeah, let me post this, and then I will show you the classics, and I'll let you rate them accordingly.
跟 DRG 的对阵当中，亚海选手也是他们有优势的一张地图，所以我觉得今天选出来也是，有理由可循。
But yeah, if you're new to me, I'm Ryan. I
DRG 来说，他们能
casted EMEA for the last 3 years, and
3比13
haven't worked on EMEA for a couple of years now.
还是配合，还是战术都处于
But
劣势。
I worked at stuff like
有看那场比赛的
Champs,
话，我觉得
Istanbul and Berlin,
当时两边没有太多战术的对碰。
and I'm currently working in Northern Europe, Polaris, and doing this. And also, I don't mind announcing this, I won't say too much, trialing as a coach for a team.
来说，其实你
That's why I was a bit late today. Not gonna say who, but I'm just saying I've been busy. No, it's not NRG. Not down. It's not that bad. There's no cards for China this year. I can guarantee for a fact, if they replace Chet with me, Finesse would block me on Twitter, I'm pretty sure. Finally, Alex gets an assistant coach. You have to be equally as unhinged as Alex to try and coach that team. No, I'm not going to bleed. I'm not going to DFM. Do people co-stream Polaris? Is there a form to fill out? Do you know? Yeah, typically they're pretty open to it. You just got to let them know. You have to have a hashtag like Pathfinders in your title. Is it VCT? I'm not playing fucking Guess Who on this, okay? I'm not going to JDG either. Oh, I should have not said anything. I was like, you know what? If I just say that, like, I'm just trialing for a team to see what it's like, then that's fair. But now it's just 20 fucking questions. 450 ACS? Are you taking the piss? I'm not going to Wolves either. Oh my god, I should not have said anything. How's your Portuguese? Yeah, I'm actually replacing less on the roster. 26 and 10.
在正面的火力端也是给队友给到了足够多的支持啊，让他是有求必应。
It's the fact that Vukash, sorry, nobody 14 and 9. It's still like pales in comparison to what Kunkun's doing. Welcome to Loud. Oh my god.
对于整体战术上的一个变动，从刚刚的一个云回放有听得很清楚。今天我觉得 EDG
It's your birthday too, right? I shouldn't have even said that.
像每个人的人数、
Chunga Quila, right?
这边的打点啊，这些做的非常的细节。
那对于 EDG 来说，
We got it out of him, lads.
之后他们也知道。
Yeah, it's official. I'm the head coach of Girl Kissers. I don't even know if they're still team. 12 and 4 first kills, first deaths. Right, so I do need to run ads. But until then, for the people that haven't seen it, because it was announced literally today. Oh, we spoiled one. This does anybody know if there's actual full quality pictures? Otherwise, we're watching it in fucking TikTok fashion. All we need is like Subway Surfer on this side and then some Hell's Kitchen clip here. Hold on, let me just pull this and make this like awkwardly sized so it's like an actual TikTok experience. There you go. Doesn't quite work. So, I'll have a quick look anyway. So, they've got all of this cool stuff. First up is EDG, which when I first saw this, I was like, oh god, it's going to be just another boring black and white skin. And no, I think it's a, I'm not going to say it's like amazing or it's like a must pick up. I'm sure that people will see this and go, oh no, I would have preferred just like a black and white one. But I do think Valorant Leagues has just got cleaner versions. Have they got the data mine versions? They do. Oh, they actually have like proper pictures. Ah, my ears. They got proper pictures for it too. Cool car. Like I can't see shit anymore. I've like out zoomed my brain. All right, just stick you in a corner so we know it's live. All right, DRGs. I would say, I mean, especially for the fact that they qualified for Shanghai, which they're the Ascension team. They didn't. This is probably one of the reasons why they sorted out their Twitter last minute. Because could you imagine, like, buy this skin bundle and follow DRG Official on fucking Twitter? Like, good grief! No wonder, like, Riot were like, "Hey, yeah, you need to fix your like Twitter art." But yeah, DRG. I quite like it. BLG's is incredible. It was expected to be incredible. We love the Diva pistol skin, right? Actually, we'll do it this way. I'll let you guys. So, good amount of people here. Cop or drop? See if we can break some records for how many people are talking at once. What was that with DRG? Yes, no, yay, nay, cop drop. What are you going for? Mostly cops. That's pretty good. Couple of drops. I think expected, really. Like, I think if it was just completely blue or completely green, I can imagine for some people it would be pretty major. If I told you that it lets you aim like Vukashu, which, let's be honest, it's not going to, because Vukashu buys a sheriff. He would, like, sell his shoes to get a sheriff if he didn't have money. Billy, cop or drop? Big cop. Wait, somebody's... Who put drop? Wait. Oh, hey, Finesse, how's it going? I'm proud of myself for that one. Anyway, yeah, cop or drop? For a rescue, you need to go to profile. Yeah, I think they're like added in. All gamers. I imagine this would probably be more like drops and cops. Yeah, and you're gonna get used to these as well. You scrolled up to check if he's actually here. Nah. He hasn't got time for me. Patreon's got like 40k viewers on a good day now. I like all gamers is more than I thought that I would. Move on to the next one. Nova, cop or drop? Literal Spyro. The Spyro skin is pretty much what it should be called. Lots of cops. LA Lakers classic. That's also very true. We don't have many like purple skins in the bundle, right? Out of all of the other ones. BLG is Hangzhou Spark coded. Well, I mean, Hangzhou Spark's colors were based on BLG because it's Billy that owned it. Cool combos, but weird combo. JDG. Cops or drops? Mid, drop. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the color red, most of this bundle is not going to be for you. I can tell you that much. Underwhelming, just like them. That's below the belt. I've ever seen it. These colors are much better than the current ones. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, hopefully Stew's classic does a lot more damage. I mean, this is something that you're gonna get used to. Like FPXs. If you say drop for JDG, but you say cop for FPX, I'm banning you. Actually, no, for like FPX and JDGs, I quite like. I like the sort of deeper black and red, and then, yeah, FPX's colors is nice here. And Ollie's the same color. Yeah, welcome to China, where the majority of Augs prefer the lucky red. And EDG. EDG, cop or drop? I saw instantly that Tyloo did like a buy the Tyloo bundle. And I've never hated them more as an organization. Literally what Tyloo should do is just, for people that are going to buy the Sentinels bundle, accidentally put yours first. So they accidentally buy yours instead of the Sentinels one. Easiest cop ever. I love my countrymen. Feels like the Champions Classic. You said it, not me. EDG's winning champs. I get what you mean, though, yeah. Like, if you have, like, one of the champs rifles, you've got a good shot here. So that's 7 of them that we've seen. And then the last 4... the Wolves one doesn't actually look too bad here, but Wolves Esports, cop or drop? There's actually a surprising amount of cop here. I don't like the white. I don't like the white. This, for me, is the most disappointing skin out of all of them. Because I was expecting, like, an RRQ. Let me see if I can get it. RRQ Classic Valorant. I was expecting like this one, like more of like a deeper like amber orange. Love the like this is too Gen G for me. This skin is a better skin for Gen G than it is for Wolves. If there was more gold and less white, I would yeah. RQ is so ugly. That's not very nice. RQ is the one that I have. Should be mustard yellow and black. It's way too bright. I mean, I don't want to say it's mid because I actually think the TMV would travel down from Wolverhampton himself and just shank me. Already calls me enough of a fraud. So yeah, that's Wolves. Tyloo. Another red skin. Fellow RQ enjoyers. Yeah, there's at least 6 of us. This is the worst one yet. I mean, at least Tyler are consistent, if that's what you think. Man, I am just like an unpaid Tyloo hater. I shouldn't be. This is where it has, yeah, I'm head coaching Tyloo now. That would actually be the funniest, like, dupe ever. God forbid. And then Trace. Lots of cop. Probably one of the nicest, like, light blue skins. Like, again, this color is better than Liquid's. Yeah, better than Cloud9. That's true as well. Like, it's weird. That's why it took so long trying to, like, actually, we're going to make better skins for the other organizations over them. And then finally, Tech. Another red skin. If only they had player cards. I mean, that would be the... At least you'd be able to differentiate between the fucking orgs in this region. My god. Can I refund my Leviathan one for this? Alright, I think for me, I'd like to pick... If Trace actually attend champs, I would get theirs. I'm not getting Wolves. I'm sorry, TMV. But I'm not. Novas, I'll probably pick up Novas. I'd probably pick up EDGs. And then DRG and Billy probably. It depends how cheap they are. Why no player cards? The turnaround to actually get stuff ready for the teams, considering they were like announced late, was pretty slim. So all of the non-red ones, almost all of the non-red ones that aren't Wolves. Ooh. I didn't have a chance to run ads, but that's fine, innit? How do I run? I'm running 90 seconds now and then try and do it later. Do you want to see NRG Classic with shot colors now, like they rebranded? That could be amazing. Yeah, I think NRG just kind of go for more of a blind approach. Need finesse on the BLG Classic? That would be really funny. Are these only available to China? No. They'll be available to us on the next patch, which I think is like on Tuesday. Will they sell the player cards and spray separately whenever they're ready? Probably. I don't know what I don't know if they have plans to do more like player cards and stuff next year, but I think there is an article on it. Whilst we're waiting here, because these guys are still getting ready, I'm actually really glad that I ran ads, because sometimes this whole process can take a little bit of a while.
交手记录，或者是没有任何这张地图选出来过。是，就两支队伍都是固定自己的手班，都是这张地图，只是在两支队伍对碰的那一次，在5月9号那一次，其实是当时 DRG 把这张图放到了2班，当时也是。Is there any info on it? No. 没错，但今天 Just from the announcement video. 有些身不由己了。是。最终在图5放了出来，还是要看一下来到第3张图之后 ，DRG 能不能稳固住自己的状态。其实上张图打到后期有看到，虽然比分的差距很大，但整体 DRG 的心态还是蛮好的，没有因为比分受到很。The only thing blanded in NRG's classic is NRG's mid-round calling. Oh, that's brutal.
All right, it's Ascent. We saw another comps. Vukashu on Cypher, pretty common.
但其实在上位的选择还是不太一样的。我看出的零相较于他的奇乐来说，其实有更好的发挥。
The only Trav is not really worth buying 2 bundles, and I already had one from before because they released so late. Yeah, I mean, again, it sort of depends because what, it's like $20-ish for the bundle before. If it's like, it'll probably end up being like $15, and you're just like, ugh. Like, really? But if it was like $10, like, yeah, sure, might pick up another one.
也跟地图的属性有很大的契合吧。这张图还是在目前第一赛段比较偏防守一些。
I think best price for them, if a full bundle is 20, have it be like 12. Because I wanted to see the China ones, and I'm really glad that I did. Yeah, I mean, I got the ERRQ one because I wanted one. I know Miska picked up the Sentinels bundle afterwards, and I'm like, really? Can I rub your head, please? Sure.
在这样第3张图两边公平开始的
，yes，
拿到首相局优势之后，他们的起强肯定会更加谨慎了。
是，那在这张亚海悬城之上，到底是 EDG 能够3比0一鼓作气去带走对手，还是说 DRG 能够去
Gun to your head, best bundle out of all of them? Oh, I don't know. Paper X probably, like the full bundle of it.
这张地图是由 EDG 做出的选择。
I tell you what is a bit of a sleeper pick though. I really like Team Secrets. Talons as well. I think Pacific were cooking more with their bundles than anywhere else. But I'd also say Secret because I'm a big Jesse Vash fan. I'm a big Vasher. Alright, we're here for the third and potentially final lower bracket game. It was 13-3 last time they played, so potentially can be the same. Uncle fan. What was Uncle again? Was it Tito?
主打的方向是围绕 B 点来的。卢卡第一时间补到了超市，但对面已经做了转点，在这儿过点没看到了。
哦，这样的话，卢克的位置
Tito Vash, yeah.
没错，但 EDG 已经是落位到了 A 小，压力给到 Nick。 架了很小的一个过点的缝，首相局的其实穿头杀不是很高，但他是直接小缝打到，
Instant trade from Kong Kong. If only he had the EDG Classic at hand. Instead, they're literally promoting other teams. Luke has got the T1 gun buddy. So they do get gun buddies as well. They get gun buddies, they get the classics, but they don't get a spray and they don't get a card.
不知道人来了，但是球球把人补掉，1打2，卡手在 A 小被打残，球球穿满头拿下。
哇，这波其实两队在点内打的还是蛮。
I might get the JDG one to try, like, because I heard the JDG spent $16 million on their league team last year alone. So I'm like, yeah, JDG, let's go. Let's be a content creator for JDG. Let's get that bag. Woo.
对，
否则的话，这一分的结局可能会不太好说。
而且回放怪之后也是人数。
I'm just gonna sell myself to the highest bidder.
的掩护可供 EDG 安装爆能器，但枪架的还是很稳的。
第2分来到 EDG 的一个优势枪械分。
哇，看一下现在的起枪。
Golden Road aware.
防守方
That's it, the resurgence.
4把阵役投入很多，
会很伤害下一分的经济。
对，下一分几乎要全部清假出门。
Will these bundles cost the same? They'll probably cost a little bit less.
但是自己也被照出。我看出在尝试。
But I don't have a source for it. It's just what somebody said in chat.
A 点也是0点是他拿到了很多信息的反馈。
Yeah, I'm gonna be on fucking tech with RB, AC, and I'll be called RC. And that's what I'm gonna be as a coach as well. If I see the team doing badly, I'm gonna be RC.
而且 Nick 的架枪，其实我们在前面2张地图看得很清楚，他的架枪是非常稳的，就哪怕手上是只有1把阵役。
哦，防守方其实 B 大一直在争取控制权，他们把 B 大重新控回来。
EDG actually winning another pistol.
但是外面还有一个少级炮台。 如果你想实打实的
gonna be remote control.
无人机想要再次确定 B 点外的。
So you are try and protect? No, I'm not.
现在进攻方其实消耗的时间有点多了，要往点里靠了。
Does this shorty get one?
一把短炮。
看这把短炮了，主峰开启了，知道人来了，短炮。
No, well it does. I mean the first shot got some damage onto Kung Kung.
两人的防守，阿岩推得很好。
And at least that literal rifle that he had is handed right over to Smoggy. Who gets a free K?
那这样 A 区的3人防守换到
I'm not trying for JDG. Stop spreading misinformation.
2楼补防的摩卡树穿板头带掉了浩东，他捡不到枪。
一边往回缩一边开，然后这一枪是拽到了。
小刀想破门捡枪吗？小刀确实好。
You guys are literally worse than like the global fans when it comes to putting on expectations. Oh my god, right? I just said I'm trialing as a coach for a team. Smoggy gets an ace. So what? Nobody has an ace. Kung Kung has an ace.
3个 ace 产生了，分别是3名不同的选手。
是的，
上来装。
Whole team's gonna have one by the ace of it.
那手枪分和第2分顺利拿下，接下来更多的压力是给到了 DRG。
哇，这分其实有点难受，第一时间短炮喷出来的这把枪是直接掉在了 Smoggy 身上，
直接换手了。
对，捡不到，
继承了。
虽然第2时间 DRG 的整体
Next is Chichu, yeah.
但很可惜，正面的枪械劣势是
You're trying for a team.
护甲的劣势。
没错
Trying for that Ogless team that went to Polaris final. Yeah, no. Not Polaris either.
数位之内抢 A 大，
直接抢了。
哦，但是我开始在那2楼是直接把康康打掉。
哇，我开始是换到了 A 点，正好接住了这波。
Will DRG be the worst team at Shanghai because of experience and how they get deleted by EDG?
前后都有人，这个
I would be very surprised if people put another team that at the bottom of the tier list for Shanghai that isn't DRG. I have to assume that they hate that org. If they're like Genji's worse than DRG, I'm like, what have they done to you? You know?
反正自己是一个进攻方的一个奖励分。去尝试换点对面的枪，
主要还是开局的部署吧，有被对面猜到。
对，
摩卡鼠在2楼的架枪很稳定，没有给到康康任何。
Yeah, it's QQ in Chinese. Yeah.
我在 A 大站人，其实就抢不到我的这个优势。
对，而且第一时间拿到摩卡鼠在2楼2楼下的信息之后，他们做了一个离魂禁点的决策，他们预判对面2楼是没有人的。
但结果刚好被0点就。
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the only region that I can think that would put Genji at the bottom.
上半场的第4回合，摩卡鼠
Probably a bad example. I don't know, like.
那这一分很大了。EDG.
You said Heretics is going to be worse, and it's like, you just hate Benji Fishy. Are you on yet? Are you just putting him right at the bottom? Yeah, I mean, if you did a tier list, I think DRG being right at the bottom is a perfectly valid and reasonable place to put them. Does that mean that I think that they're going to get absolutely ass blasted at Shanghai, not be able to pick up a map, never mind a series? No, I don't think so. This team keeps surprising me. Every time I try to predict DRG, I'm wrong. I'm not even kidding on that. I think that's Paper X for Sleggy. For me, it's DRG. Like, I can't predict. If I think that they're going to win, they just get destroyed. If I predict them to lose, they put in the best performance that they can.
这分 Look 藏得非常好，第一时间队友交锋下之后，他是没有着急去漏枪的，反而掩护住自己的身位，在明牌正面1打2的情况下，尽量的去拖时间等队友到。
How big do you think the gap between EDG and F is and the rest of China? It's getting smaller and smaller each time. But I think it's better for the region to have 2 teams that are kind of at the top as opposed to just EDG and everybody else catching up.
没错。那现在看一下球球，因为击杀拿的比较多，轻甲的数位出门。
All right, though, EDG on an eco.
队友这有一把重甲的正义哦，他这分是要寄希望于打一个，然后有巨刃。
是的，而且也有可能想要去争。
DRG versus T1 seems cool. I mean, DRG versus Leviathan would be cool because both orgs have like pictures of dragons as their logos. You've got like the Leviathan one that you'd get. Like the CEO of Leviathan has the card tattooed on his arm, right? Imagine tattooing this onto your arm.
球球还在扛，球球这个位置是要拖住对面的，不能让对面的前压压出来。
走中路看起来是一个还不错的决定，因为
要拐 A 小。那如果他从 A 小直接进点，我就会被打得很难受。但他如果走2楼走花园就不好说了。
看一下这个半线没有抑制到点后的摩卡树。
走 A 小吧，走 A 小走花园是有出路的。
Oh my god. This man's movement is just off the charts. He cannot be contained. This team is struggling to keep up with him. Nice flash, nice peek. Kong Kong does get taken out. All right, good fight. Hunter's Fury was, I guess, a good way to make sure that the round went in their favor. But how close are they to a lockdown now, Edward Gaming?
决策 EDG 是做得很好的，快速处理掉了藏在经典处的 CZH， 但在第二波
I do it. DRG logo is cute. It is cute.
零点球探补防的时机刚刚好，是把康康的军人给收掉了。这种
Great shot. Good comeback though, I think, for DRG. Play it down, you don't go into full panic mode. In fact, you regress to take the space, and the Hunter's Fury gets thrown out too. Even forces out an early timeout from after again. What was the score? Map 1, 13-10?
深入到点生的位置。
那这样的话 ，EDG 是很早就把暂停叫出来，拒绝被对面快速的起势。
不想让对面连续拿分。这张图虽然说是防守方优势图吧，但 EDG 因为在其实前面拿到了手枪分，还是想要更多的去获取一些比分。
A good timeout, yeah. A proactive one. It's also worth, I keep shouting this out at the moment. The only goal I have with streaming is to hit 60k followers before the end of the year. At the end of champs, I think that's a good goal. Like maybe like by champions ending. And we're currently at 58.2 thousand, so I don't want people to spend their money on me. But if you are interested in watching China, generally, when Pacific's on at the same time, Sliggy will watch Pacific and I'll watch China. That's typically how this deal has worked. So if you ever want to keep up with China, just have somebody else to watch, then a follow would be appreciated. And if you don't like me, you can unfollow in the future. But yeah, I need to keep selling myself, which I'm not very good at. Yeah, Chichu is one away from the lockdown. There's no Hunter's Fury. This is a good chance to fight for this. Both teams have got the good read on it. That's a great flash. I mean, it's a crazy fight. How has Luke got out of there? I have no idea. But I like the little mind games, because EDG, they're like, well, they just use lockdown. We're one away from having... they just use Hunter's Fury, so we can lock down without it being interrupted. So let's get this orb on B. And DRG are like, we just use Hunter's Fury. They have lockdown. They're going to fight for this orb, so let's fight for this orb. And EDG were like, we're going to fight for this orb, so they're going to fight for this orb, so we're going to make sure that we fight even harder for this space. That makes sense. It's like, we know that they know that we know that we want to run a lockdown. Howdon gets knocked down instantly, and Chichu's 5 HP. Somehow, it's turned into a 2 versus 3, and Chichu is still only 5 HP. I don't feel like Chichu's just gonna still win and clutch out the round anyway. Never mind. Shouldn't have said it. Making it in streaming is like getting a 10 out of 10. Sometimes you just have to be funny and entertaining. Yeah. I feel like I offer something that's like a bit different to everybody else. And like, let's be honest, China might not be the region right now, but it's going to be the region in the future. If you're being like Sliggy, do you curse players like he does? Well, I just did then, I guess.
过点这个半线也是起到了很大的骚扰作用。
是的 ，EDG 现在的一个情况就不是很乐观了，叫完暂停的大分没有拿到。
You offer a more chill, casual environment.
并且现在 DRG 手上
Yeah, I couldn't have Sliggy's like focus.
是 EDG交了两个中
The Sliggy's just drilled in. Okay, they're pushing mid. You've got the Silver here with the recon that's about to put it here. There's what? 11 chances. Like he's just dialed in the whole, like for 12 hours just from game to game. I'm pretty sure when he goes off of screen, he doesn't go to the toilet or stretch. He just plugs himself in. He just puts himself on charge. I couldn't do what he does. Oh, he's actually hit both of them with a ping. This is a low buy though for EDG. Shion's on site about to fight. I mean, TCH, sorry, fighting.
位置被发现了，已经还有这个0点修他的抑制效果，没有技能可以用。
Nobody with a stinger and a dream. He has a chance to reload. Shocked that is perfect. It almost kills TCH. It's like he sounds like a 1920s gangster. Ah, say I'll make you a star. Like that kind of shit.
虽然说第一时间
We'll be witnessing the best performance a team has up to that point and then immediately cause the universe to spiral out of their favor. Yeah, that's been JDG, I suppose.
这波有狂烈之怒的支撑吧，但隔点烟的威胁始终处理不掉。拖的时间够久之后，小道的回防已经到位，两边包夹的状态 ，EDG 没有任何操作的可能。
是的，以及这一分其实很快速的2楼也回人。
I do know the clip eagerly. I'm not going to say it out loud.
这一波其实对于 DRG 来说是完
Actually, yeah. The funniest part is just the dildo. Like he sort of like really enunciates it.
这个大分了。 因为暂停回来已经过去了2分，在大分小分的循环里面都没有拿到什么很好的机会。
这分有离魂，可以考虑第二时间找一个点打快题，但 Smokey 现在点位很危险。
Oh, the molly is good. He's fully flashed. It's just the fragment that kills him.
但这个旧的结果已经导致你现在没闪可以用啊。
And at the same time, so you've lost this player immediately. Then you're trying to go do stuff towards B.
一开局的展开就非常的劣势，只能祈求于康康在中路。
康康 breaking the trap. I mean, this is very disconnected from EDG right now. It's not looking great.
从站位来看，第二季的防守中心都是在点内的，中路没有任何人。
那现在对于 EDG 来说就有点
Jesus
骑虎难下
Christ
界，不可再生的闪存锅在出局，但没有把烟位救回来。
可以看一下康康的位置，他一直在寻求去跟对面对枪，也想通过自己来去吸引更多的注意力，必须同步推进。
这个无人机应该是找不到邵云奇的位置的，零点修弹也没有找到，但是有个脚步，大概知道。
Yeah, the thing that makes it funny is the mini reacting to it. Yeah, because that was my first experience too.
防守好，零点修弹来了，穿板。 而且刚刚拿到了一个 A 点的击杀，但他只能1换1，而 B 区两边再做交换，但是邵文琪
What are we watching?
开出的90度架墙锁定了 B 大，
没有任何的办法。
I hate when we get. It's always in China as well. Like it's just that observer like curse that every person that you switch to just dies.
情况下想要强行突进是很难的。
But in China they do it so quickly.
在前点拉开一个角度的枪线，但这分康康是在 A 的。
Has anybody seen like Everything Everywhere All at Once? You know when they do those shots where it's like one frame is like a different scene in the picture, and it's just like and it's like just throwing like images in your face. That's like fucking Chinese observing.
很受限的。
这样的话前8分， 前8分 EDG 的2个暂停是全部倾巢而出。
因为现在局势很不乐观，他们仅有的2分是在手枪局。
Can you change the audio to English, please?
在长枪分之后，他们
You can't just Google Translate. Well, you probably can in the future, to be fair.
A 区现在
But there's not a button I can press. This isn't like fucking Disney Plus where I can change the language on it. It's live.
门口这个位置会遭受阻击，甚至可能会倒人。
对，其实有看到前面康康有做尝试去抢一下 A 点这个窄口，但
Meanwhile, then they follow one guy and then half the server dies on the opposite side. Yeah, that's just unlucky.
那后续都想的是。
How was the first game? Well, we've had 2 maps so far. It's just 1 series today.
就其实它有2个。
EDG actually using buff their timeouts. Ooh, this is probably the most spiciest thing that's happened all day.
B 大没有出什么太大的问题，但是
But yeah, there's no English broadcast.
能够游出比较好的一个结
So
果。
that's why I've been doing
有
this.
看到 EDG 对于 A 小入侵的想法。
Can't learn Mandarin live translate? No, we have Sprite for that.
打一波夹 A 的。
I won't try and get Sprite to fucking translate the commentary of a game whilst it's happening,
在
though.
吊人，导致每次的合围都没有打得很成功。
Wait, there's no Shanks today either?
那看一下这个存钱分 ，EDG 能够找到一些什么样的机会？2把数位，3把正义的分数。
I thought Shanks would at least... I mean, if Shanks also wants to watch EMEA in Americas, he's also on, like, a sliggy situation.
B 大直接来一波快速的提点，兄弟线敲了，正面磕枪，哦，好快的闪身枪。
下小缝收掉了康康，对面最关键的进攻。
He's on family vacation.
中路只能强行过来掰枪，但卢肯很谨慎。
主方 repeat， 但是被惩罚了，数位2个击杀。 分别在 B 点的1道和中路，
但最关键的我卡数还没倒，2根半线可以护住自己离魂，来到点后想支援，看到上面。
Oh.
卡数跟对面打了一个照面 ，TZH 已经离魂到了船屋，
半线还没掉，
还是双人手臂。
What is going to happen? Is anything going to happen? There we go. We were on one player's perspective, and as soon as we switched away, stuff started to happen, and we missed all of the action.
甚至是个1v3。
哇，还是 Nick。
Observers just put their fist through the drywall next to them. Fuck me, these players. You're on a player like, we're about to see a fight. No, 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 not quite. As soon as you switch away, that's when they peak. That's when they fight.
有所斩获，我觉得现在这分打完，第二季在
Literally as soon as they flicked away.
对，有些位置的支架是会给到对面准头机会的。
这分其实万幸还是
We just didn't see that round at all.
天哪，这一波也是瞬间扫掉2个。
但对于 EDG 来说，现在真正的第2个暂停的投入就要看这一分了。
是。 这一分如果再拿不到，甚至 EDG 上半场会落入一个2比10这样的一个大劣势，这是不能接受的。
哦，这个闪的配合没有达到。
EU observer kicked W. I mean, like it's the fact that like Jack and Zilv have come in here at the same time.
陆克可能要架死这个位置了。
是，但是他手上没有逐风，其实他也没有任何的。
I know Jack would definitely be like, "Oh motherfucker," just if that happened.
看起来浩东可能要先出。
哎呀，兄弟们，怎么你们有人过没事？
All right, Luke gets a kill, and we got to see it.
而且倒的是个浩东，导致进中路又没闪了。
而且现在进攻没烟，现在 Smoky 的2颗烟都在冷却，他得等。暗炎直接推了，
没有推得很好。
没烟哦，没烟哦，这波所有的角度都是开放的，太急了。还有52秒 ，EDG 是已经等不及了。
中路的渗透也被发现，球球好像这分也没有办法去做更多的渗透了。
球球也被锁死了。这个位置其实0.7
Just at least the replays are like
完全确定。
pretty much on par. Vukashi's got 2 kills, and we missed them both.
已经变成了合围之势。
We never missed EDG clutches, though, do we?
这颗烟让
Biased observing right here.
强行出烟，2把枪的。
They didn't even put us on a DRG player in that fight because they expected that nobody was going to win it. I'm telling you.
结局开局虽然说有抢占到中路，但也是
Game free Luke. Yeah, again, like Luke is always like first half of the first map just gone. Doesn't exist.
非常干的，完全暴露在摩卡鼠和陆克的明居枪位下的一个境
He's literally on the story arc of Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy.
或者是在拿点位的时候
Like first one doesn't really like have force powers. Barely keeps it together against Darth Vader. By the third one, he's a Jedi Master, you know? That's Luke. Like he's in his Return of the Jedi arc. So for map 4, that would technically mean that it would be what's the 7th film called? Where he was only in it towards the end, so that's not a good sign. And then the 5th one would be The Last Jedi, which is just going to be a massive disappointment. The Force Awakens, that's it.
他也知道，如果自己在点内，在这个连接处守的话，其实两边都要看，不如顶死一边。漏脚了。
被看到，那正好博卡树的经典位置，在不就能启动。A 小的位
God forbid there's no like best of 9s.
康康上
2楼，但有人在架，有人在架，第一时间发现了康康已经是个残血。
They're trying to fight 2v4, and it's just bad weapons. 2v3 against the Nico, and Haodong has walked up. Eat. Oh my God. Okay, Luke, fine. Check Discord next time out. Is it bad?
就要求真的太高了，太低了，容错率真的太低了。
其实我觉得这一分 EDG 在中期的一个决策已经是。
Oh wow, my whole stream is just across it. I keep getting messages off Mitch and Tom, being like, "You're on all of the screens in like EMEA," and I'm like, "God forbid."
正义和狂徒的对拼只有一发的机会，
而且还是个1打2。
是的。2比9，跟上张地图非常相似的一个展开，但其实两边的队伍做了一个。
I'm literally, I don't work at EMEA more, and I'm just haunting them. I should be just shouting at the camera like, "You thought you could get rid of me, bitches? I'm still here."
又是那个经典的组合。
I just need to get some paper and just write "hire me" on it and just stick that up on the camera.
被市安区的闪身枪给带到。
而且0点秀探再一次在 B 大拿到信息。
Surely they don't lose a 10-2 lead. Surely. I ain't leaving.
交的技能不够多，
而且还有一个问题，现在对面也有这个全面无效命令。假设两
Who's it today? Fnatic and Foot.
没错。
所以你必须要避开对面 K 的位置，这也是 Nick 在不停的游移，Nick 一直在家里面来回逛，他要确定对面。
It was a fun series last time.
上这个全面封锁。
现在看起来 EDG 是想转向 A 区，但过点处
A 大有声音 ，Nick 应该会靠过来，他应该往 A 小去靠。
还是前点的隔点烟。
Last round at a half. TZH gets hit by the camera, gets hit by the drone, just gets hit by everything, and he decides to leave. He gets hit by the paranoia, and he's still gone back. TZH, he also got hit by his teammates on Hunter's Fury.
转到 B 区，但是卢克的落位已经到了，这分放的器不一定能装。
他都不知道一道已经来人了。
只要踢你低包就行，想跳上来找机会也被
just being slapped by every bit of utility that you possibly can.
两边的队伍 伍其实是不一样的。
DRG 完全没有受到图2的影响，在图3找到了一个非常好的节奏。
They're so lost. I don't know what happened. Wait, so
以及第2回合的2分而已。
So what EDG said after winning and qualifying for Shanghai was when they lost to FPX 13-4 on this map, like a couple of weeks ago. Is that the 10,000th kill? Was that the stat that just came up?
海洋之心这款皮肤虽然说是近期才上架，但已经在比赛中有很好的
I guess it was.
大家对皮肤的喜爱程度也是非常之高的。
After EDG got battered by FPX on that map, they did a 3-hour VOD review on what went wrong. And they won on this map 13-3 the other day against DRG, and now it's looking like they're gonna lose 13-3. Not understanding. I think it was that like how to counter them, or more like what they did wrong, because it should be like what they did wrong naturally. God forbid how long the VOD review would be for EDG on this one.
毕竟峰峰是玩雷兹的，盖克的手势确实练的会比较少一些。
是的，当然这个也是其实是我们去年全球冠军赛相关的一个手势啊，代表着 LA。好，我们看一下下半场，短暂的半场暂停之后
EDG isn't even using a win con on the center at all. They're just walking around, do whatever they want. Yeah, nothing's really been done or played together.
虽然说来到了一个优势的防守边，但还是很看手枪局的布置，并且在这次 BO5的对阵当中，这 EDG。
Well, I guess they're just not as focused because the game feels like it doesn't matter as much. I don't know.
没错。
而对他们来说，就算拿了手枪分，
You got bind after this, which DRG have been looking a lot better on.
下半场的 DRG。 被对面直接翻掉，那一旦翻掉，悬念就提前结束了。
我觉得这一场其实上半场最大的问题还是在于 EDG 在过点或者抢点位的时候，技能交的太省了。然后康康每次在前期去探位置的时候，总是会
Nick is 13-4-13.
经常会被对面无伤换掉。
You don't see this an awful lot.
你看对手的 Nick， 不管是击杀还是助攻上面都是很有成效。
13个击杀，13个助攻，仅有4次阵亡，这是一个指挥的数据，我的天。
14-12 EDG calling it now.
26除以4，非常夸张。
It would be a very normal day in China for that to happen. That's the craziest part.
第一个0点试探是给到了给到了酒窖附近，
对，
确定没人，把人送到近点，再打一波小。
How long is about to get ripped a new one if he's not careful?
烟给小水没过点，给闪过。
He's gonna flash out and fight them. Oh, there's multiple people. Who could have expected that? An A split on a pistol? Nice recon. You're just shooting at their little toesies. You're trying to kill him by blowing off the dogs, but it's not working. And Vukasha gets free. Chichu in a 1 versus 3. 1 versus 2. Spike not being planted.
但现在爆动器还没有装，其实 DRG 也不是很急，可以再换位置。
Broken the glass. And then just going back. Is it being watched by TCH? He's gonna put his turret there to see. Oh my god, Chichu! Nice try. Nice try. Very close.
哇，很惊险啊！这波封烟的 timing 差一点点。
Map count is 2-0 to EDG.
身位稍微控的再大一点点，可能会也被看到。
也没有办法，是因为当时球球给了一个上2楼的假信号，导致他不敢去站到铁箱后面。
是。
Smoggy at least gets one.
还是沃卡鼠的枪法在点内站住了脚，虽然他当时在烟内其实是一个劣势禁烟的位置。
I think he played around it like breaking the trip, breaking glass.
同时2楼的2发很精准。
Oh, and it was just as TCH was smoking too, so it could have been even worse, like timing for them.
对于 EDG 来说，换边的守将军没有拿下，这一张地图已经是走到了绝境。
正义没有。
Oh man, Smoggy just couldn't really react.
但是0点秀探让进攻方稍微把节奏换了，防守方是迅速堵到了 A 点4A 的防守，仅剩了4个人。2楼。
Oh, he dashed right into Nick. Excuse me, sorry, coming through. Look, literally looks like he's just like got whiplash from that. Oh.
没错，正好是顺云的掩护啊。 帮助自己的队伍第一时间是没有吃到太多2楼枪线的覆盖。
10 chances. Christ. I was fairly close when I did my Sliggy impression earlier, saying 11 chances.
而且开局 Smoky 站的这个位置也被
They literally only got 1 more round since then. That's how bad it's been.
对面是一个比较畅通无阻的近点。
那现在对于 EDG 来说， 对面也显然不会叫暂停，而他们面临对面的10个盘点。
10.
就是连得了12分。
是的，而且这一分的枪械也并
I
不
was trying to do a sad face, but I drew the eyes at the bottom. I don't know why.
以及害灵正面作战的能力还不错。
Please draw how many chances.
重甲
Feels like the whole Simpsons thing of like say the line, hooray!
多打头，
在这儿
否则这一分输出效率会有点低。
DRG 有意把这分的节奏给慢了下来，想通过默认先找一找对面有没有
As
前顶的。
literally as soon as I said, yeah, you're putting DRG at the bottom of this list. DRG's like, yeah, how about no? Maybe we should put Edward Gaming at the bottom.
连接处至少是2把枪或者3把枪在响。
小牛无极想清市场，找到了 nobody 的位置，对面想给顺云直接提吗？压力很大，
没有过来抓第一时间。
但其实路口好像顺风这个主风都没开啊。
If it goes to a 5th map,
中路这
it's Lotus, which is both teams permaban.
对枪的话
So it's going to be a shit show if it goes to a final map.
他主风的位置会非常的关键。
走小道的话，肯定得给闪，但
有脚步
自己的闪光位是在 A 正面的。
直接主风进去。
I was going to say, how long?
拉枪线，看队友能不能接得住了，队友跟上了。
That reaction was 3 to 5 working days to spin around and try and kill him.
2楼下的威胁还没有清干净，有一个点烟。
非常漂亮的一发闪存过在，让 Smokey 失去了作战能力。
Oh my god, DRG, they're just grouped up together like crazy idiots, but it works. They 13-2 EDG on a map that was EDG's like main pick throughout the stage.
获胜，谁能想到？
Like, does it matter? It's hard to know. But at least that's like a statement from the scary looking dragon team.
地图看上去 DRG 确实心态不错，但比
How did both of them not ban Lotus? They just tried to float it. And also, does it matter if they show it off? Neither team plays it.
但 DRG 确实就像这个牌子一样，不放弃总会有奇迹。
And there's another like plus 3-hour VOD review of this game for EDG.
意识最关键。
Good grief.
哇，其实最后这个回合让我非常的感动。Luke 在绝境当中，因为当时想要进小岛，唯一的办法就是只能牺牲。
I think EDG needs to VOD another region and just steal setups because I have no clue what I just watched.
只能因为2个能够打闪或者给黑的。
I mean, they have set... Oh my god, Chichu was actually really close with that one too.
但是人数的劣势实在太大了。
没错，哇，可以看到其实
Yeah, brutal.
是有非常
But still a way for DRG to go yet. I mean, DRG are very good in best of 5s. They did win... They've won all best of 5s that they've played, technically.
DRG 去比拼了，然后同时你也
Because they beat Attacking Soul Esports in the losers bracket final of Ascension, and then they beat Rare Atom.
已经在逐渐的
So, you never know. Maybe DRG just built for this. Like, they might be amazing in best of 5s because that's how long it takes for Luke to reach, like, full capacity. Full Jedi Master,
或许他们之前的经历会让我们称呼他们
astral trajectorying himself across the universe to go fight his, like, nephew or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
一支队伍，而且实力上来说，已经能够去跟前面的2队伍掰一
Like,
掰。
he's reached that level.
啊，现在对于 EDG 来说，问题将会留给下一张地图。
而且他们是在整个 BO3当中，虽然是先拿到2分，但现在因为丢了自己
If Luke goes
下一分来到对面
ridiculously hard on this next map,
好的形势。
we have the answer.
将会决定是到底是让2追2，还是3比1结束。而这张图我们看到 DRG 的个人发挥同样非常的占上风。
But yeah, it was a good map. I enjoyed that one.
过点的时候，
I wasn't really paying that much attention to it, just because we got raided, but
能力能够在一些
EDG versus DRG, map 3,
最大的根本原因。
Ascent.
那我觉得对于
So we have Bind next, and then we have Lotus if we go that far.
地图，就他们确实屡次出现了问题，但这个问题的根源到底在哪里？他们似乎还没有很好的找到。
没错
那我们也来先听一下他们这张地图的获胜方 DRG 的团队语音。
Just post in the VOD onto Thingy's channel. How's EDG's Lotus? We don't know. They keep permabanning it.
你能留 A 吗？我感觉对面可能会来勾在一。我进来了，他可以2个。你俩 I pass it for you。我靠。
DRG the anti-Paper X. And you're right, 1.4k viewers. Yeah, I mean, I think we're the only ones that are watching China right now on Twitch, right? Because Sliggy went off. Shanks is with his family in the woods, apparently.
的 MVP 给到了邵文琪295的平均战斗评分，2.4的 KDA。 87%的 KST 和190度平民，但确实是非常碾压的一张地图。但这个数据真的超乎豪华。
对啊，我甚至还想再看一看 Nick 的数据，他的击杀和助攻也绝对是非常夸张。
I don't really see that many other people.
我们来看一下 Nick 的数据：16个击杀，14个助攻，和仅有5次的阵亡。
Yeah, we haven't seen Lotus since
像刚才那个回放的残局
this year.
很关键
Pretty sure. I still remember the DRG 013 against Rare Atom on Ascension. Yeah, it was a very weird day.
可以说是跻身顶尖的行列。
而对于 EDG 来说，这毫无疑问是一个全面被压制的局面。
Impact Best of 5 happened already. Yeah, Genji 3-0 T1. What happened to EDG? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Xion just got all of the first kills. DRG planted more and won more post-plant rounds in 3 rounds than EDG did in 12.
不要看数据差不多，这个意味是完全不一样的。
没错，
因为下半场没有打多少分，而上半场
只打了3个回合，3个回合都赢了。
而上半场是打满了12分的。
是的。
所以 EDG 的这个。
Did you see any Northern Lights last night? No, I was in bed like at 9 p.m. I've been going to bed super early recently. I woke up at 5 this morning.
还是在第1和第2回合。这个结果对于 EDG 来说是显然不能接受的。
是，那来到员工重镇。
Like, I don't even need to be up that early for the trials or anything like that. It's just I wake up at like 5. I go to the bathroom and I'm just wide awake. I'm like, I don't want to go back to sleep because I'm sleeping like an hour and a half more. Just end up laying in bed for an hour and a half, wasting it.
对，而且其实图子虽然说是 DRG 的选图，但你看一下之前 EDG 的战绩也是非常可观的。
We do actually have our 12 teams for Shanghai now, don't we? Alright, they're for a break. I need to actually do a proper 3-minute break. So I'm gonna go do that now. Do you speak Mandarin? No. I tried to pick up bits and pieces here or there, but all 12 teams are set. I wonder what a tier list of those teams would look like, actually. I'd like to see another DRG player on an MVP screen after map 4. TCH has their moments. Nick has their moments. Paper XS, everybody else D. Who wins T1 versus DRG? I've not really been that high on T1. I'm surprised that they qualified. When are the teams choosing who they go against? That's not until like midway into Shanghai Masters. But yeah, I think like T1, I don't want to be dismissive of them because they did qualify through Pacific, which is hard to do. It was a really good comeback win against Secret, and then actually beating DRX is a fair... Sorry, no, actually they beat fucking Genji, didn't they? Like, you know, they earned their spot for sure. But I do think that DRG would just make the game incredibly muddy, and it'd be frustrating for T1 to play up against. And DRG would just like really grab the opportunity with both hands. That's at least what I expect. But if like DRG go up against like a Fnatic or a Heretics or even a Foot, I think Foot actually would be a really interesting series because it'd just be Turkish aimers versus Chinese aimers. I would have preferred DRX to qualify too. I'm not saying that T1 are the 12th place team. I'm just saying that like I don't want to be dismissive to either team. I just think that that series could be really close and really just sloppy. DRG, T1, G2, FPX, Genji, Foot, EDG, Fnatic. I think putting FPX at 9th is criminal.
其实看一下两边近期这张图的胜率都是偏高的，甚至 DRG 5场80%的胜率啊，确实。
Like FPX look better than EDG.
EDG 他们的胜率也不差，在近期其实使用的次数也蛮多，也达到了一个67%左右。整体来看。 来看还是一个比较强对碰的地图。
但
I don't know if I put FPX like that really would be. Put it this way: if EDG end up losing this series, I would say that FPX are the best team in China right now. But my expectation is that we do see EDG bounce back in this one. We see the grand final tomorrow, and then we know for a fact if EDG win that grand final tomorrow, they're still the #1 team. If FPX beat EDG, not only in the grand final but 3 times in a row, that's the end of the Edward Gaming empire in this region. They have officially been overtaken. I will decree it myself.
那就要看一下 EDG 了。其实 EDG 在今年这张地图上的调整是很多也很密的，他们不光在阵容上面做。
Why does JDG suck? They tried to start common in Mandarin. They made good roster moves, I think. Like Jakuro in for Yihao is great. And then they started calling in English and they started destroying people. For context, they used to call in English for Rare Atom. When they went over to JDG, they started coming in Mandarin. And then for that last series against Wolves, they were calling in English.
跻身到森联赛之中，
所以员工重镇这张图对于 DRG 或者对于他们的粉丝来说是有一定的渊源、有一定的缘分的。
那就看这张图能不能
Quite literally a if it ain't broke, don't fix it situation. And they tried to fix it, and it broke even more.
BO3 的第4张图对于2队选手的经历和
Being in the DRX empire has already been conquered. Yeah, I mean it's gone, right? DRX are not the same team that they were beforehand.
可以维持住
谁的状态先掉，谁就可能会先崩盘。
Both teams running the same comps that they have been. Yeah, and the two like very meta comps at the moment.
看起来还是维持了2队上次各自的选择，没有太多临时的变阵。
是的。
I think Paper X versus Team Hickwid. Team Hickwid? Why did I say Team Hickwid? Team Heretics. Would be an incredibly fun rematch.
就我们也都知道 EDG 是很摇摆过，
Team Hickwid.
KO 还是拿盖克还是拿什么？
对，其实当时 KO 是由康康来玩的。对，然后在近期的
But EDG need a cracked Russian aimer. They have Chichu, who is such a big Nats fan that they effectively have their Russian crazy aimer.
那对于 DRG 来讲，这张图还是一张
Liquid living rent free in your head, I see.
我们也说过多次，我刚才说的林有很好的临场发挥。 而 Luke 的雷子，我觉得在近期的使用来说也是越来越熟练。这以往我们会看到他雷子在跳点上面有很多可能跳的比较着急，会给到对手的手杀。但近期我会发现
，Yeah, Woot wasn't there for the first like kickoff in Madrid,
很多时候能够拿到前面
and also very true, Jing wasn't either. So both teams, if they rematched, upgrades of players, arguably.
感觉和心态真的会感染到队友，就像是上张地图的最后1分一样。
我觉得其实 Luke 的表现有点类似于他们整个队伍都会有。
I don't speak London well. God, some things that you say in chat, guys, is just brutal. So surprised when NRG had a champions team but didn't play like one.
变成一个 BO1，到底是 DRG 让2追2，还是 EDG 3-1锁定胜局
Dream can't be buy. That's what they say. All right, map 4. Genuinely didn't expect that we'd be getting here. Has EDG ever lost a best of 5 series? I don't think they have. They've played a fair few at this point. They've definitely dropped maps.
得到自己想要的回报，开局的站位 EDG 还是以比较慢的节奏在推进，小刀是2个人在往前探。
Kashi gets one and gets out. Missing some of the fights to go for the TP. Skydog to clear all of this.
但尼克还在点后，不过他没闪了。
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to that pistol round yesterday from Trace. Actually, incredibly clean. You going to Shanghai? No. I thought there might be a chance. Because like around Madrid, like Riot said, like, are you like interested in going to Madrid? Because we've got a couple of spots. We're just seeing who's interested, and then we'll decide. And initially I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then afterwards I was like, no, actually, I'm not that keen on Madrid. But if there's opportunities to go to Shanghai, I'd love to go there. But I haven't heard anything since. To be honest, like, easier to send people from Europe to Madrid than it is to send people to China. Did it get sponsored when they go to Shanghai? You mean like the content creators and stuff? No. It's just like an all-expenses paid trip. Like, 'cause I went to Copenhagen 2 years ago. Alright, nice face from Nick. How about Soul? Soul would be cool. What would be really cool is to go to Champ Soul as a content creator, but also because Miska works at Riot now, we both end up just like able to go. Or like, hey, they've got stats for everything. It's the 400th kill with the Spectre. They're tracking everything. Pacific literally did it of like, yeah, Munchkin got 500 kills, and China like, whoa, this is the 52nd kill with a Bucky from behind somebody.
蛇纹给了出来，哇，他还敢 repeat， 他胆子真的很大。
这一波是有点自信的。
确实。
留了一发蛇纹。
我血量被下到了60。
It's also mean because we don't have access to the API stats in China, so they're just showing off all of the stats that we can't access.
B 大顶出去 A 点不出事，而对于 EDG 来说，非常希望对面主动来找自己，但是对面除了浴室跟自己接触一波。
This is the 50th time that Luke has died in a stupid position. Hooray! That's what we need.
应该是围绕 B 点来的，先把 Nobody 叫过来。
但这个位置 TZH 是一把数位，
而 DRG 在第一波信息拿完之后没有
赌 A，
对，主要是 B 长刚。
You could find some really troll ones though.
没有看到人。进入40秒的时间 ，TZH。
This is the 10th 1v3 clutch that DRG have lost this tournament. Hooray!
传送器过来。
那看一下他们是选择第一波让 TZH。
Oh my god, yeah, Berlin. When we get to 1,000 first deaths for Berlin, I want to know that we've reached it, you know? They're the stats I want to be tracking. Literally bring out a full award for him and everything. Just pause the game for a second. God, that would be so funny.
elbow 先交火 ，elbow 补卡住顶了一个被捕，然后进攻方拿到了 elbow 的空选，直接跳过来雄鹿，但是第二喷才喷到，战火做了一个1换1。
He only got one, thankfully.
球就绕到了，球就这个位置是一个暗面。
2v3, you got this late leg. It pretty much should be sealed.
应该是要被打
Yeah.
没问题。
You lose 2, you get to plant. No, that's still fine for EDG.
对于2楼这个点位，其实一直埋藏了一手后路，也就是球球
最后一刻才出来。
对，最后一时间的绕后，而且他们这一波的打点选择是没有选择在点。
Is Berlin Angel 1 enjoyer?
深入到了 L 管，通过。
You know that we've been using a lot of like Star Wars references with Luke. If I'm trying to think what the best example would be. Angel's Darth Vader, and then Berlin's like, fucking what's his face, Kylo Ren. I will finish what you started, kind of shit.
这个终极技能，我们刚刚说了很多次，它需要一个释放的先决条件。
是，它需要产生击杀，而且要到自己目力所及的范围以内。
选区还是单人在顶预设的状态。
Alright, EDG win against the bonus. That's 2 full buys.
小神卫拿到信息就走，而且他拿到2个人的信息。
神文都没有着急给，很聪明啊！
是
等对面交技能再反给，这样的话其实就是一个军事的技能交换，
就确保5波是白赔技能进去。
对，而且也消耗了。
DRG going straight into the setup too. Yeah, we spoke about it a lot. Where like they would have DRG would have the camera in here. You've got this wall. If the camera gets broken, you can put this wall up. You can put the Skydog for it like they are now to like crunch on people.
因为他很清楚沃卡鼠的防守一般。
Kind of like they did just then, but they weren't doing that. So they would just lose the camera and then they wouldn't do anything and then all this space would be given up. So putting the camera back, 2 trips on shot. I think EDG should have a better way of approaching it than Trace did. Because Trace didn't exploit it half as much as they maybe should. So there should be like a good look on like EDG are well aware that this is a bit of a prickly spot for DRG on their defense. And they actually take long and they push through here too. So there can't be a crunch. You're not going to crunch this now with the split coming in. Xion, I don't know how Xion's still alive. I don't know why Xion's looking to go back in for more. 12 seconds. 10. Is there anything to stop it? No, it goes down. Vukashu. Oh my god, it gets traded by Kong Kong. This is probably happening in person. Just time is freezing in China because this round is so ridiculous. It's not UK internet. It's not me. Not me. Oh, the wide peak.
怎么办？浩东没有技能了。
Run away, Haldong. Run away. Nice clutch.
架枪1v2的残局解决。
I mean, good effort for DRG there. They were pretty much backs to the wall.
能够用到的所有资源都投资进去了，无敌超杀的使用，尽管咬到人也没有着急去往完。
What happened on Ascent? What did I miss? I don't know.
作为装完爆能器的进攻方，他只
It just felt like a lucid dream.
对于需要去抓紧的 DRG 来说，他们只能选择比较干的去找人。
对，这也是导致其实点里面为什么被进攻方拿到人数优势的原因，他们太急于想要去打。
Now, this region just requires complete focus all of the time. Twice think he doesn't watch it. He can tune out on a couple of rounds here or there. We're giving a timeout. Like, that round was just so intense. They're going to give us a tech pause just to let us, like, relax.
好像不是。小调整一下，我们也是稍事等待。对于这两支队伍来说，这张地图的开始，目前也还算是一个势均力敌的状态。拿下首枪分和后续分数的 DRG， 在后面2分是遭遇了对面的阻击。
Oh, look at the
目前 EDG 的
parappa the rapper.
还是比较有战术性的，特别是刚刚这分的防守，在落位到 A 区之后。
So intense at time stopped.
在每一个拐角都会去尽量设伏。
What are you drinking? I don't know what flavor it is. It's a Lucasade sports drink, fruit punch.
想要做的事情就是预示和 A 小的齐头并进。这样的话，我在 A 点整个前区楚河汉界靠我的这一边。
It's just like a sort of like energy drink that isn't caffeinated.
控制权能够拿下来，对于进攻方是一个非常利好的消息。很多时候我们看到一波打快题的时候
EDG don't look too worried right now. Nah. I mean, to be fair, neither team look that worried right
这样
now.
也会有一个伏笔，就是你可能第一波爆能器的安装
很难，
一直摁不下来，然后被伤害技能拖到。
It's not lemonade. It's like a flat drink.
选择了一定要确保两
It's
头
still
都能进，而不是一个单边的进攻。
没错。 那我觉得借助这个技术暂停。
Is this a tech or a tap pause? It is a tech pause. It's EDG's fault.
自己要怎么去做调整？显然单靠山区一个人去控浴室防是不够的，
那是很不现实的。
对，但如果你要把我卡鼠也调度过去的话，可能灯区的防守又会显得很薄弱。
对，而且
包括
灯区的半线都利用不到。
对，两根半线投资在这个点位上，好像。
Is this the Rhino here on English Valorant matches? Yeah, usually. Is there another Ryan? I don't think so. There's Shanks, but I don't think Shanks is going on his casting angle just yet.
更多的还是技能堆进去的。
对，打慢其实没有那么怕半线。
是的。
只不过已经开始玩起来。
Imagine a duo casting of Shanks and Sean Garris. Just two dolphins talking to each other. That's just all it would be. Do you like Steel's casting? I do. It's rough around the edges, but it's you couldn't be paired with a better play-by-play caster to help you like shorten it. But yeah, I cast Polaris. At least this year I do, but I've done EMEA and stuff.
对于 EDG 来说，这种压力，我觉得在这张图还未必会显现的那么多，因为毕竟没有被追到2。
Who won pistol and who won bonus? DRG won pistol.
甚至
No.
会心态上面 DRG 的一个小占优。
是的。
I can't remember. My mind is when it goes on for this long. My like the RAM in my brain doesn't work.
对，
每张图都很重要。如果能够
DRG won pistol, and then yeah, they lost their bonus.
对 DRG 来说都是一个全新的开始。
对，而且有另外一支队伍非常关心你们能不能进入，就是 FPX。因为 FPX 在明天不管面对这两支队伍的任何一支，都肯定会把莲花股
他一定能够打到自己想要的莲花股神。如果今天能够提前看一看自己的竞争对手怎么出招，那就是更好的一个应对了。
是的，而且从坐山观虎斗的角度上
I think Steel clearly lacks experience of a caster, but he's everything in his bag. He just needs polishing. Yeah, I mean, I think with adding people like Steel to a broadcast, I can't be too upset that I wasn't chosen. You know, that's my vibe with it. So it's a good chance to like do stuff like this, where I can sort of focus on trying to be better live, be entertaining, be more analytical, but also like like coaching experience. Build up my knowledge a bit more. Because I think my knowledge is pretty good, but like actioning my knowledge into game plans is a little bit harder.
不是很适合自己的队伍打法。
对，这个确实也是我们目前看到 EDG 的一个很现实的情况，就是除了他们现在有班的莲花古城以外，
Any update on the Swell China import meetups? Oh yeah. No, I don't think so.
想要去从位置上的调整入手，而可能忽略了一些。
Was Lothar chosen? Because I haven't seen him on broadcast in a while. I don't speak to Lothar. I don't know him personally that well, but I don't know. I guess not. I don't know if it was if he got the same treatment as me.
好，看上去
Because I was just kind of like ghosted.
那感觉是差不多时候。
But I want to like preface it and say that with stuff like that, it's like
短暂的调整啊，也可以
that's showbiz, baby. You know what I mean? Like it's just not owed anything.
评分的情况下要怎么去调
Didn't know if I cast with Ash recently. That was probably Pavlos.
看一下这份存钱分怎么说。
而且手上我看出的这个神经曲奇也
We're back though.
因为有先决的释放条件，有点卡手。轩辕区打了一
And I cast with Pavlos and Polaris.
这样好像能够抓到一个浩东的背身。
这是对面的独木。
So 3 people grouped up. Weird anti-eco position in this one.
其实现在进攻方浩东跟球球的位置其实很微妙。
哎，二楼顶。
I don't like the position from EDG at all this round. And there's no wonder the DRG have got 2 kills like this. That is you being like, oh yeah, shit, they're on an eco. Whoops. Excuse me?
这一分的展开显得有点奇妙。
这应该是神经曲奇揭露的位置。
不管怎么样
It was that wallbang for a smoke headshot.
包也不太敢，因为你一旦安包，有一个人是不能架枪的。
This is what I mean. Jedi Master Luke is like on the fucking server now.
但是架枪似乎是更加重要的事情。60滴血被打了，1打3。
落在 B 区。
哦，没有机会。
Yeah, free K.
就是一枪。
Luke 的状态，这分是正义3发。
He used his like Jedi mind tricks to get EDG to walk into the bullets.
这个短暂的技术暂停回来之后，没有想到是。
We're gonna see a replay of it surely.
当我们看到5把正义出来的时候，我们会觉得这分可能。
Nice shots.
这个神经曲奇就是这一刻，神经曲奇确定位置。
我这是
对，但是大概上1秒的位置，路克把球传给了下一
You know,
不太确定是听到脚步还是完全的预判康康的走。
you always miss the shots you don't take.
太夸张了。
这分。
I thought it was going to be just a lot more discreet, but no, it was literally the fucking Danny DeVito anyway. I started blasting.
可能性是蛮低的。
对，3个人在点内防守的话，其实每个角度都能有枪在架。
经济直接倒转了，双七拿到一个，往回缩嘛，手稳先给，但对面漏了，双七硬掰，哦，但是他的。
I think that EDG's hands have disconnected from their brains here.
我的掩护 ，Nobody 就算能够直架到。
Oh, they're on an eco now. Sorry, that makes sense.
枪的节奏肯定也会被影响。
Oh my god, it's so clean. That's how you do an anti-eco.
那 EDG 可能要叫暂停了，因为看上去现在真的大势不是很妙。
这2分的一个转折来得如此之快，而且显得这个技术暂停回来之后，反而是 DRG 整体的状态又更上了一层。
It's so funny to me that like DRG throughout this whole stage struggled with this like whole thing of like how they want to actively play around showers. They couldn't work it out. They beat Trace, and they go up against EDG. Suddenly they're the best team.
很大的一分。
They're like actively crunching on the space.
这分如果终极技能投出去，经济投出去没有回报。
How does DRG come? Vukashi speaks Chinese. He doesn't. I don't think he speaks any Chinese. They just come in Mandarin. If they need to speak to him in English, they will do. Otherwise, Vukashu's just doing Vukashu things. That's why he's here, just chilling with his camera, whilst these 2 players are fighting independently.
他的好处就是把舌纹省下来了。
They're just there, go, da, 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 and Vukashu's like, he's literally the fucking person singing payphone in that.
对面一波这种强软。
来看一下进攻方的角色，第一节压时间，但最后压时间也就意味着你最后可能2到3个大招直接一波 all in 砸进去。
而且看一下小刀的半线有做
He comes off of vibes.
一个近点的防空半线。
What are the early things, like in Evolution, I think it was like stage 2. You'd see a ping on a map, like you'd see this be pinged, and then somebody would go stand in it. And what it was is Vukashu pinging positions that he wants his teammates to play in on the minimap. Like literally, I think he probably uses the comms wheel in game to communicate. But otherwise, he just does his own thing. Seekers is used. This is a really good position for TZH actually to be in.
但浴室房这里踩不下来，爆能器的安装会比较受挑战。
I like the nobody flash. I can't believe Xion wins that fight.
进攻方拿到了自己想要的优势。
Who wide peeks that, wins, and then is able to get back out. You got a showstopper though for Kung Kung. Smoggy is an orbital strike. This would be incredibly difficult to win for DRG. How did Xion get 1 more before he gets taken out? It took 2 ultimates to take him down.
和张云帮了自己一手。
支持下 Nick 了，又是 Nick 的1打3残局，浴室有人啊 ，Smoke 已经反绕到了。
Okay. All right.
哇，这
It's got back to be sensible.
太着急了。不过我觉得 EDG 给的诚意也足够高。开局是引路之隼加上追猎之灵，营造出了一个我真的要进点的信号。
We sent Orbital and Razor at the same time. Yeah, but like.
没有完全的看到对面的身位，一波盲轰，完以后被骗掉之后。
Like that's what Kung Kung does. Like Kung Kung just sort of gets his ultimate. When he gets it, he just top decks it.
对。
Like literally, if he gets his showstopper, it's like he's doing some sort of like Tekken combo with it as an ability. Gonna be in like 2x KO or whatever it's called. Gets a kill showstopper in with the showstopper. Probably gets a kill after the showstopper as well.
主要是上一分其实 EDG 虽然拿下了，但是终极技能也交的差不多了。
3个交2个吧，应该是。3个全交应该是。
对。
I mean, you're putting a lot of resources in here because you might expect the operator. I'm sure you do. So they've played this. That's pretty good actually from EDG. A lot of resources like Skydog, Viper Molly and stuff to make sure that the operator's not on this angle. And it's not like Haldong's like, oh, the operator must be over here. I'm just going to avoid peeking it. He knows what he's playing up against. The wingman's just bouncing off the door like this. Ding, ding, ding. Haldong is just like, I'm just gonna go fight the op. He wins! Haldong's just like 4 different fights against an op. Oh, and he goes and just kills the Viper, who is ulted. That's the plan, just Haldong go kill. That's an Angel IGL round for sure. You would have fucking thought that if you have a Viper's Pit here and an operator posted up, that this site would be impenetrable. Well, Haldong's just gone straight through and penetrated it, alright. God, why have I used this analogy? No, Kung Kung has the operator that Haldong grabbed. We're into that silly era of EDG winning rounds that they really shouldn't.
这把狙就像我们提的，当你跟 EDG 对面的时候，你的每次起狙都是双刃剑。哇，这波我觉得
penetrated with his Haldong. Oh, crying out loud.
预示的两人来回的博弈当中，但我就没有办法，因为陆克他作为一个决斗位，他的技能没有先锋那么来的好用。
他也不能接受预示失控。
Why are you putting? Why is everybody putting penetration in full caps as if I'm going? The op got great penetration. Like I'm not doing it like that.
其实每一分都显得非常的重要了。
最伤的是这把狙给到了康康。
是的。
现在防守方的DRG想要去通过身位拿信息的话，会非常危险。
比如预示的双击。
对，现在是。
Yeah, giving Kung Kung an operator.
也是一个斯凯经常会旋转跳的位置。
但这一分尼克直接算了。
Really was a call an ambulance, but not for me round from EDG there.
上面的 TZH 形成一波双架。
过点拿点数，完以后差2个。
哎，这波烟封的很早，就完全不给进攻狙架枪的机会。不过这种是前期的给烟。
The worst part is like some of the stuff I want to read out, but this VOD goes on Sliggy's channel.
哎，这个皮蛋。
I don't want to say she choo choo on my Haldong till I Kung Kung on a fucking Sliggy VOD, but here we are. It's too good not to.
怎么办？完全不敢出来探信息。现在
You guys are vile.
一个信息比较缺失的情况。
所以尼克选择了一个后跳，他有可能会被摘。
哇，真的被摘了。
This oh.
这是一个穿板，但好像尼克应该是轻甲。
What have they done?
但毕晓也被看到了。
This is just self-inflicted misery from DRG.
前期光束先给，但是陆克已经倒了，这样的话 B2楼没有机会补枪。前期光束完全没有达到任何这样的效果。剩余30秒。但是
He's gonna get this kill on the left, isn't he? No, never mind.
2打4，
捕获的这个人数也不够，山区只有一把飞将，飞将的绕后啊很难有所突破。
他又不能漏声音，
而且球球也没有完全背身给到 B 场。TZ 就在等山区的绕后给一些回馈，浩东已经提前过来架了，那这分应该是没有悬念了。
Timing.
谁抓谁的侧身。飞将是空了2发，操作的空间已经很低了。
Another battle of a ranged weapon.
点里面。TZ 再打一人，再打一人， 这分已经是打3胜2了。
不太够了。
是的，他现在只能去尽量伤害对面的经济。
Nobody 还藏
I mean, there's just no time.
其实也不是特别的乐观。再摆。
He's just TZH is gonna ace and still lose at this rate. I swear.
应该都能保。
He saves the gun.
应该是没了。
对的，也算有收获。
还行。这样的话下了4把枪，虽然比分让。
I love the just big dick energy just be sat in the middle of a brim smoke.
哇，这波还是没有办法。
For that final fight.
所以 Nick 的位置被压缩再压缩到了点后，而旋转跳已经足够谨慎了，依然还是被康康的民居给抓到了身位。
因为民居专治旋转跳。
Next 6 shots.
康康的手感正热啊！
哇，这下没想到是本来我们以为 EDG 会先叫暂停，结果是 DRG 先被逼出了暂停。
局势反转再反转，现在 EDG 又重新拿到了比分上的优势，5比4。
Big dong energy, yeah.
DRG 是有经济的。
Vuk thinks that Life is the best player in China. I think that's a very valid point. I think Life is incredible. And the only thing that, like, the reason why I like Kung Kung more than Life is I think that Kung Kung's just a bit more flexible. And he's also the vibes merchant for the team. Whereas Life, how I'd compare it is that Kung Kung is Yugi and Life is Kaiba. Like if you like Blue Eyes White Dragon, then yeah, Life is your guy.
其实民居也会有一定的劣势方，就在于如果对面真的完全不漏的话，也会。
Like Life's like the edgier option.
真的起了，
来了，肯定要来，因为玩焰火。
But I just think that Kung Kung's the main character. Is this elimination? Yeah, kinda.
DRG 拼拼凑凑的
Low bracket.
由队友给发了一把出来之后，最终还是起到了5把长枪。
Is this some weeb shit? I guess it would be.
看一下这一分能不能找到暂停之后的节奏。A 点是一个隔断的障云，并不是一个包点上面的障云。
刚刚是挑战了一下 B 场，这分来到了浴室，想要抓山区，但山区很懂，这分一开局就站。
Kung Kung still has that op on attack. I think he's got like 10 kills with it.
点了，拼之后先探近点。
换手稳吗？手稳应该已经交了。
给不到烟哦，这个炼狱很远。
对，炼狱很远，炼狱在。
He's gonna do some like satcheling with a showstopper and then no scope kill somebody. He's cooking up some clip.
有给进去吗？
He needs a running start though. Nobody's gone down. Oh, it's a clip, all right. Oh, I couldn't have jinxed him harder. It even gets him when he's about to showstopper as well. Oh.
球球现在在自己魁父里面，但是2次被揭露位置，
而且这个魁父有点像给自己画下了陷阱。
That's probably worse than any curse that I think Sliggy would have had.
哇，这一分 Luke 其实应该是有点提前枪的成分，刚好是在玩一会儿装在的一瞬间。
因为其实开局
Why is he using the pit? Isn't it last round?
所以 Luke 在从左线这一侧拉
No, not quite. Round 10.
动作正好抓到了，
而且是穿板。
我觉得其实最大的悬念还是在。
I guess he just wanted to confirm the round.
找到了带着爆能器的。
Oh no, Chichu, yeah, I was just trying to find someone to play off.
没错，尽管灯区这里球球是站住了脚，但爆能器已经捡不到了。5比5，叫完暂停之后 ，DRG 也是成功拿到。
Stephen Leggy and Richard Yan.
但这也是最后的经济了。
最后的经济了。
这分只决定了下一分 EDG 有没有经济。
Can I at least be Robert Yan? Because Robert's my middle name.
也不好，两边都有2个人在500或者500以内。
但整体来看 ，DRG 要稍好一些。
No, because if it's Richard Yan, it's Dick Yan, and that just seems weird.
拿到手刹依然是老位置，双旗依然会丢自己的手稳。
这分不太一样哦，浴室虽然抢一下，但是进步进来的。
是没有声音，而对面有脚步，听到了，防守方在点内有人。 但是毗邻之虎来清了，知道浴室有人。
Are they going to crunch on this now? Nope. The attack up is back.
对面有闪，雷给正面还是背身 ，Luke 已经暴露了，对面丢雷 ，Luke 正面打了一个，惊喜翻腾。
We just literally looked away for a second and just missed a full kill.
2杀，但是还是防守方的。
Luke gets 2 and we don't see it because we're watching a character looking. There's a fight happening on site and we're watching the player that's looking behind them.
2个人可能在赶路上要消耗很多时间，康康的狙还在。
就他一直选择一个绕后的态势。 这也是导致正面总是确认，他就
听到脚步了，听到脚步了，
抬枪，但是
Oh, do you see how Dog move? He dodged it in real life as well.
只要拖就行，
非常漂亮，看进行一个拖延， 而对另外一边2楼回防的 Nick 也没有找到什么很好的机会。哦，
来不及了，棒能进应该是还有15秒左右了。康康的狙
How many kills has Kong got now?
而且这一分变了一个策略，静音进浴室，导致你不知道我里面是谁。
对，
你虽然看到了我，你虽然可能传过来的引入之损会有反馈，但是
DRG just given showers so many times. They don't know how to hold it. They just really struggle with it.
Nobody 对，只看到斯凯，所以导致轩区他想要。
But only up until now have we seen it like...
正好
it was a good attempt from Luke though, actually.
而且因为 T 在区是走了一个绕后的位置，浴室房这里给不到烟，康康的明狙持续的在下，正面 Nick 也没有任何发挥的机会。
那这样的话，最后一分 DRG 确实能起到3把长枪吧，勉强算，加把数位。哇，焰火直接主动找人，有枪能不能捡到？捡到在自己的位置能走吗？队友能不能救？队友能不能救？还带坡，机剑枪，踩雷飞剑。
Kong's got 2! We're not even watching him!
踩雷飞剑能炸掉吗？好像没有。
与此同时 ，B2楼康康
They're backed into a corner. They're like stuck on a pixel like this.
但是 Vokasu 又出来了 ，Vokasu 还在。
And he gets 2.
这分在 B，2根半线都是给的 B 长，这波
Is he going to get a third here? Why are we not switching to this? Switch to this!
没事了。
啊，而且是一把正义，没办法呀，这个距离太偏远了。
那这一分感觉对于 Luke 和双影期来说已经很难打了。
2打4的回防，手上技能其实在开局因为有前顶消耗的差不多了，
Are they just purposefully not watching Kong now?
可以走一个绕后。不过这个过年
Like, does his button on like the keyboard not work?
浩东主动去搜，嘿，摊命对摊命，但是浩东反应更快。
没有办法了，只剩 Luke。
Last round of the house, so Luke has to 1 versus 4.
没有找到人，那时间
The Thrash is about to
不允许再
probably end him. No, it doesn't clear him.
躲开了无敌烧杀，
So they're going to expect elbow, surely.
微乎其微，被直接找到，7比5。EDG 在上半场的最后2分拿。
Can you explain the difference between the regions again, please? Like their forces? What do you mean by forces?
对于 DRG 来讲也还能接受吧，毕竟没有拉开太多。
当然，我们也提到这2个队伍其实都是属于防守偏强一点点，但这个图总体又是进攻强一点点，所以我很难说到底现在有多明确的一个优势。
2分之差还是可以追的，特别是一个手枪局打下来就等于平分了。
是，那对于2支队伍来说，这依然是一个完全。
Thank you for all of you giving me different types of
一
force.
个难题，康康的进攻局就如此强势的发挥，换到防守之后要怎么去应对呢？
是的，起狙这件事情一直是康康的强处，不管是在攻还是在防，他的狙都。
China team's going to get team skins. Hold on.
是的。
Because somebody put a picture of all of them together.
条件是你得先拿到手枪分，这样才能够快速攒下来自己的经济。所以不管是从
They literally got announced today.
不让对面先起明狙的角度来说 ，DRG 都想要去对这个手枪局发起。
God, the Tyloo one. When you compare, like, even against all of the other red ones.
目前的情况来看，我觉得防守边最让我觉得有点，稍微有点疑惑，或者说我觉得他们要调整是其实是 TZH 的。
It's growing on me, but it's still not what I wanted.
那这会导致其实他第一时间烟支援不到，所以你会看到总是好像浴室给不到烟。
其实我主要还有一个点是因为是暗区的障云，它一般都是给在点上的，一个不让你装爆能器的障云。
但实际上他们又没有多少次成功的利用这个障云去阻止对面安包。
主要是
Trace one is cool. I really like it.
知道你的障云是给的固定。
DRG is just better EG. That's a good point. If this was like black and then going into the green, that would be actually a 6 skin.
是的。
Who's the purple one? Nova.
挺不错的。一般来讲，其实这张图防守方控浴室的概率是比进攻方要更高的，但看起来 DRG 他们对浴室
Pix doesn't look too bad. All gamers feeling less strong about. This looks like something out of fucking Castle Nafria in WoW, I swear.
来了，看一下
Wait, what's the game?
哦，看一下康康的起枪是一把狂怒
What the？
而且是自己买的哦。
那这一波康康的位置选择是在
Oh, I'm watching the wrong stream. I got really confused. Oh, for God's sake! So I think that was the VOD from yesterday's stream, and I hadn't closed it, so it was like playing the VOD from yesterday. I was so confused. Oh, this fucking region has rotted my brain so hard.
进攻有点受挫了，再补上空投烟幕。
对面的炼狱可是在 A 区的，
是的，想要强行突破浴室可没有那么简单。
Yeah, just do the walkouts to get a halftime. Good grief.
找到的拐角处，
而且 Smokey 还有一颗烟，它可以持续的去加强对于浴室的一个控制权。
主要是现在如果倒了之后拉不开枪线，只能走。
这样的话 ，Smokey 最后一颗烟给了 A 小的木箱， 浴室暂时是没烟了 ，Smoky 得架住。
We've already lost Luke.
等这个烟散之后，DRG 甚至还有打2波的时间。
是的，
因为这张图转点会比较快一点。
来了，赵云升起，对面的烟差不多下去了，浴室也要往里走。 先静音接触，康康的狂怒，但是这是个正云，穿烟闪被闪。
He dodges the flash and gets 2.
有人在手枪分起狂徒。
这样只剩下
He just can't lose. He is just the main character in whatever game this is.
胜负优势是发挥不出来的。
这分非常好的预判到了对面对 A 小的一个静音接触，同时是反闪，也是。 背闪应该说背得非常好。
对，我觉得其实与其说是预判，不如说是战术上的一个针对。
We need to try and play named Anakin. Yeah, that's the best part. We've got Luke.
非常强的一侧了，水枪局技能。
We've also got Obi-Wan from Nova.
对面往小道来走。
So there's Luke and Obi-Wan that play in China.
而且相当于变相赶羊入圈吧。
是的。把
人往自己希望的地方去赶着，然后下半场手枪局拿下8比5。接下来的面对对面村前锋的情况。
哇，我看数很堵啊，他一度甚至想起到轻甲的阵营。 但最终还是把甲给退了，一把正义出门，立刻也补。
Kung Kung just is a ghost. He doesn't need anything else, to be fair.
4个人2楼，其实在没有太多枪线和技能的支撑下是很难的。
硬跳，独木刚刚升起。
Nice movement.
找人，但是第一时间 Nobody 就接了一个 Nobody 还在换位置。
So many smokes in the low. I can't see shit. Oh, he's very unlucky to not get the kill.
Nobody 活下来，而也就意味着这。
Look at all these smokes from both sides.
谨慎的 Nick 也是被找到，哇，这分
Smoggy's literally living up to his name.
给到了防守方很多视野的骚扰，但枪还是有点差。禁烟之后，这个标配没有打出击杀来，这分其实就已经结束了。
值得注意的是，这一分康康应该只起就没有起大枪，他有没有
There's no way that he was generally spraying in that direction.
喜欢在对面的。 就是一般换边之后的第3个回合。
To be fair, like the fact that that's the round where the observers are actually perfect with who they're viewing is hilarious to me. When you can't see anything going on, the observers are great. When it's a clear open sky, that's when they miss stuff. Shows that they're talented. They're just very unlucky. Kung Kung's 15 and 8.
康康打得很主动。
我卡数缩得很靠后，但那个位置动不了了。B 小出动静，球残血。
You kind of stuck.
没办法了。但另外一头，我卡数是往 A 小走，让他避开了。
Smoggy's there to help.
传过来想支援 B 点。
Hold on goes down and short. Here we're back to missing fights because they're all just happening at the map on the same time.
给烟往下会更加难受，怎么办？出烟加浴室，他想赌浴室会来人。
小黑屋已经渗透进来了。
再穿到任何一发就倒。
I mean, the fact that Vukashi was prepared for that. Oh, he's almost gonna get him. Oh, he gets him when he's fully flashed. A mad round.
有点预判到了。
How do Chinese casters call HFMI? They call him Alphabet Bro, which is Zmuga.
EDG 打得太主动了，反而给到了 DRG 一个。 去应对的机会吧。
It is very nice and sunny here.
对，这分就没有再上当了。A 小和 B2楼的联动吧也被 DRG 给拆解出来了。是 Smoky 走这个传送去，以及浩东单人手
yeah, like
都被抓到了。
一走 A 点就空了。
Oh God! You're improving on HFMI pronunciation. Yeah, it's better than when I did it initially, and everybody goes, "Yeah, it's all right."
那摩卡数被清理掉之后，DRG 丧失到了 A 点的掌控权。
I know it's like a zzz kind of noise, and then it's moo,
石桥也不安
and
全
then
了，
it's like g.
回去补石桥的位置。他们选择先把这波防守前顶出来的位置给清理一下。
而且防守方还要在浴室再顶出去，康康还要再往外走。
再往外走。
Because they call nobody Wang Bro, because Wang's his name. Like brother Wang.
有近有远，再跳箱，2个，打2个，康康最后被 Luke 打掉，但是已经非常值回票价了。
2打4了，现在已经。
Kong's just walking around the map now.
没有走到小道的近点处，已经是掉了3个人。
这分甚至我觉得要看一下能不能，因为存款是够的，他们应该不会考虑直接保枪。
要打的，因为 EDG 的经济显然。
Wang Bro was the English translation. Yeah, it is, but they call him Wanga. Gert is bro.
点后还有人。
看一下陆克怎么处理这个踩雷飞剑，其实可以逼迫出来对
但是好像来不及了，这个暴动应该能安，陆克会掉点血，但是能安下去。
化攻为首，绕后的半线已经失效了，所以只要等浩东来就行。
But me saying Wanga sounds like the fucking Wonga advert.
有烟可以交，烟看到了，陆克跟对面对混，但陆克的侧身，
小黑屋有人进来了，
陆克的侧身要到了，陆克180度都有人，先看灯区没有架住 ，TZH 正面也很难打。那这样的话没有太多。
Not wanker.
很灵性啊，在这种极限距离贴脸的位置是用跑打来化解了对面的架枪。 而我觉得主要还是开局的这个前顶非常关键。
是。
Is that the thing where you do when you're a kid, where you go like, "My dad's a banker"? You say, "My dad's a banker." It sounds very different.
整体进攻的第一波是变成了一个非常难受的，需要回来清理前顶的局面。
对，而且这一波第一波出去绝对不是个人英雄主义，丢拉了博卡楚的枪线，才能够让博卡楚在面对一个。
It's a very like British growing up thing.
没错，这是战术已经。
Chat shares 2 brain cells.
输完之后，卢克也是很气愤啊。
The wheel's spinning, but the hamster's dead. That's the best way to describe it. This Leggy video is going to be so cursed. They always are. When it gets to this point, just everything's derailed.
现在对于 DRG 来讲，进攻有了第2重的难题，先要找到康康才行。
否则你有可能会撞上玩意。
常规来讲，康康其实这几分都是守 A 的，所以开局 DRG 是往 B 区做部署。
但康康应该是立刻在动，他从 A 点立刻转向了 B 点，B 点打得越慢，康康回防的可能性越高，陆克被敲头了。
2楼的双架不给任何进来的机会。哇，被混到圣伊斯。
康康漏了自己的手雷，正好对面知道雷兹在 B。
Does DRG do English comms? No, they don't.
先把我看数给血量抬回来再说。
吃了个点。 留了一个人在传送器旁边烧你机，
但康康这个位置其实玩焰火是不太好装载的，可能会被抓 timing。而 DRG 的选择也是先
triple stack here. I like the flash into hookah. Hong Kong has the showstopper. They've lost Luke.
而康康也是
I feel like, and they've lost Luke is a sentence often occurring today.
DRG 要撞上铁板了，然后榴弹，对面起独木，进攻方起烟，闪拉。
Man, these like close flashes are not working against EDG.
没有办法在明确性。
Guys are wearing sunglasses against this.
跳到点来的。
As soon as the sky flash comes in, just wah, wah, bang.
和近点处90度的双架 ，DRG 的枪是完全。
We haven't observed the DRG play this entire round. Legit biased. I swear, we're gonna see like they're gonna have like a Shin moment, aren't they? Luke's gonna win a crazy like 1v5 and it's gonna cut away to something else.
开局10秒没有任何信息给到 A 的情况下，做了一个很快的转点，来到 B 区，已经猜到对面的想法了。
康康现在已经带到了一个20-10-5的数据，你要知道这一把并不是碾压局。 直接预示的利用振奋信标的双拉有闪配合，但是对面没有枪，但是 TZ 是顶住了，但是还有人再来，突击再来 ，TZ 又回了一枪 ，TZ 在尽力的去守护自己的位置，但是他不能再做更多了。
EDG really are just putting their foot on their throat here.
A 小摸了进来，有背身的机会。
Good lord.
一直没捡到，猜到了，浩东架住，12-6 ，EDG 拿到了 BO5的赛点。
看起来他们离结束只需要1分了，而。
Yeah, 8-team Swiss into playoff.
好像手上的终极技能会比较多一点，以及经济已经有足够多的优势了。
Swiss stage is great. I really like Swiss stage.
所有他们安排了至少3到4个人来浴室房做争夺，但显然防守方的应对更加的合理，因为有 B 场的。
They're inviting 8 Swiss teams. Is there even 8 Swiss orgs?
是打到了足够的人数，但依然捡不到枪。
Sky Flash seems weak. It depends if you play on EDG or DRG. Because nobody's flash connected perfectly onto DRG when they push through the TP there. Just kabam.
但是目前为止，面对对面的防守，面对了2个点之间灵活移动的康康，他们有点不是很确定到底自己的进攻该如何开展。
最难受的是，其实一直潜在的威胁没有得到解决。
Yeah, 6 chances. We'll get when we get to the screen, we'll do the sluggy thing.
第2期进攻最难跨越的一环阻碍。
像是达摩克
You're so demanding.
在了 DRG 的头上。
Oh, it's Reina.
而最重要的是 ，DRG 已经承受不了这种压力了。 他们的分数承受不了这种压力。
看起来整体的队员状态还是比较轻松的，但现在局势很不乐观啊。
是的。
Some of the cosplays and stuff are amazing.
他们把所有的宝和所有的底牌压在了。
It was funny because when Clove was played for the first time, there was somebody there in a Clove cosplay, and they were like, "Ah, it's me."
这分 DRG 没有选择再绕着 A 点走，要强行来打这个浴室了。
Imagine if you cosplay an agent and that's the time that they're first played. I swear, probably like Berlin and Life looked across all that cosplay and went, You just play Clove? Yeah, let's just do Clove.
浩东是让康康通过这个惊喜翻腾把他弹了上去，
让队友的惊喜翻腾把自己翻上去。
All right, sorry. 6 chances. There you go, chat. Where's Clove from? The agent's from Scotland, but the cosplay was Chinese.
浴室门口一个是车上，
在 A 点的投入或者是预设做得很好，
这波变成了康康来勾队友来打。
两个人藏的身位，我觉得应该是很难猜到的。
Yeah, if you haven't seen FPX's triple controller, you could see it tomorrow. Surely it gets played. Luke! Oh no! Luke! It literally is like the end of The Last Jedi. He is force ghosted himself out of the server. He is done. This isn't The Force Awakens, this is The Last Jedi. It's just been a massive disappointment, and then he's like, right, I'm out, peace, gone. Takes himself out of the equation.
是最后这个点数，追猎之灵拿到，将会决定 Nick 有没有机会带领队伍去做一个翻盘。
30秒转币已经来不及了，
而且你拿过点数，对面知道你就在浴室。
小刀还有魁父
来了，只能盲进。追猎之灵加引路之锤闪到，但是高点的人依然稳如泰山。
浩东好像还没有漏过。
If you notice, there's no cops here. It's just the robe that's left.
没有架过。那这样的话，比赛已经走。
You can't do that. He's got 5 seconds. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. Can't do it. Who pushes right into somebody's face and then thrashes them? Yeah, I love that the audience is really enjoying the moment. I'll just join them, experience the whole game from this perspective. This is the stage for Master Shanghai. It is the stage for the start of it, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. Actually, no, quote me on it. Then if I'm wrong, you can blame me. I swear. This DRG is going to beat somebody at Shanghai. They're going to eliminate somebody, I feel. I don't know who. I don't know how. I just know that they will. Yeah, TZH is like, he's our player now.
其实 TZH 就一直在对面不停的和康康去交战，然后直到今天。
那是掌声恭喜 EDG， 他们再次回到了总决赛的舞台，要又一次面对自己的宿敌对手 FunPlus。
但他们要面对
Yeah, good stuff. So we'll stick around for the EDG interview because we have Sprite here to translate some of it. That was literally that he just hit it here and it just blew up right in front of him.
但不管怎么样，今天这个胜利来的还是非常的解渴的。他们在其实这个季后赛前2轮的落败。
They're playing this. I think they're playing the group stages, like the Swiss stage, in this arena. The last couple of days are from the Mercedes-Benz arena, but I think everything else is going to be from this stage. But this stage is insane. So, how close are you to learning Mandarin? Not that close. What's a Duolingo streak? I've done like the first stage of it. But I've forgotten it. It was quite a while ago. Honestly, Duolingo is so tilting with just how much it spams you.
去拿到自己在国际比赛的首胜，国际比赛的每一次的表现的机会。
而且通过今天的 BO5，他们也给我们展现出来了作为新
The top seeds don't even play most of the tournament, yeah, because they get further into it. I mean, you've still got like a 8-team playoff stage, like it's a good amount of like games.
大比分拿到一张地图的胜利啊，这只能在赛前我们是不敢想的。
我觉得在第一赛段开始之前，很多人都会想，国内到底就大家好像都看到
yeah, it gets one fully flashed, of course.
到底谁能够达到第3个
Yeah, and I've had people sort of say that like learning a language through Duolingo isn't that worthwhile.
发挥团队协同心态都做到了。当然 EDG 依然是这个 BO5 当中的胜者。那我们也
Like it's a very gamey way of playing it.
上头吧。 如果 B 站来人多，我就要去2楼上。对我头上。信标开启。小心听。回来吧。大的妹跟思凯，哎，你们可以踢浴室到时候。这个上头也在。
Is there a home difference because less jet lag? Like I feel you must have a small impact. Yeah, I think playing from a stage that you used to playing on would be very handy.
可以摆。你 没去摆，没来。摄像头也在，刚才是。对 ，Cypher 也。
Just hire somebody to blindfold you and drop you into the middle of China, then you'll learn so fast. I'm pretty sure that's what. That's a kidnapping.
浴室里面没人了。没了，兄弟，没了，浴室空了。我接着读了。看到，闪避一下。我随时给比尔罗。那要不退？我没有道具了。我直接跑了，你没道具我跑嘛，你没道具我跑嘛。
Why does no team stay on top in Val like Astralis or something? Because the meta changes up a lot more consistently than it does for CS. The map pool changes up a lot more consistently than the map pool does in CS. Valorant is just a more volatile game. Because different maps, different agents, different abilities, agents being nerfed, agents being buffed. How does the CS meta change anyway? Literally, they're like, we've removed this bench so you can't go up in towards like Nest or Mirage. But it's like this changes blown up the meta on Mirage. It's like you just added a chair there, mate. Whereas it could be like, we have nerfed Viper by cutting off both her arms, and people will be like, she's still just as good as she used to be. Right, that's the difference. I mean, so what? He's got like 450 ACS on one, 360 here.
对面给到他手上的这把剑，并且亲手结束了比赛。
没错，23。
I mean, Kongkong's stats at the end of this must be ridiculous.
而球球也是拿到了16个击杀，浩东也是在先锋会上这场正。
It says 2-0, but it's not. 300 ACS plus 19 in 4 maps. 200 ADR. 16 and 11 first kills, first deaths. So what was it? So this was 260, 440. Where is he here? 125, 360. Blimey.
能够获取更多比分的首杀数，但是这次显然 EDG 的应对做得更好。
没错，而在安之暴动期获胜。
How come VLI doesn't have stats for China games? Because they don't have access to the API.
进攻边打的是相当不错。
是，只要能。
With any luck, that changes for like post Shanghai.
就比较的艰难了，7个回合当中只有2次的暴动。
Having the international team of Valorant be there and be like, give us your data. Which the answer for that from most China companies is no. But maybe. Make my life a lot easier if we could get API stats for the China servers.
非常可惜，那最终的这张莲花古城还是没有露面。那就要把所有的期待放到明天跟方法。
Will they have it? Oh yeah, for the international event, they'll have API access. Because that's not like a China production organization running the show. It's Riot internationally. I'd have to assume.
而且其实
Who knows?
今天 EDG 在这个战术的暴露当中，还是展现出来蛮多东西的，包括在图一像微风岛屿一些新的战术扩充，我觉得 FAMAS 作为一个观赛者，他肯定会有很多研究或者针对。
是，我们也看到
Alan definitely has the drip. I don't know what he's wearing.
第一赛段的一个结尾，这3支能够去冲击上海大时代的队伍，其实都展现出了自己的不同的内容。我们看到了具有冲击
But it looks cool.
第3，但是这已经是他们的历史最好成绩。他们的未来，他们在国际比赛能否打出自己的声量，还尚未可知。而我们也看到2支强者最终还是会面总决赛。那我们的
I wonder what they're talking about. Like genuinely.
麦麦。
All right, interview. I'm gonna be quiet and let Sprite translate some of it.
大家好，我是 EDG 的生活给。
图一微风岛屿，昨天其实打这张图的时候有一点点小小的遗憾啊，但是今天发挥的非常的亮眼。回去之后做了什么样的复盘呢？
就是昨天说到底我们也能赢的，就是拿到赛。
Hello, my name is Monkey.
说不好听点就是松懈了，对，然后就是开始大意，开始就是不谨慎，然后就是复盘就是复了一些细节，其实大体都还好，对。
今天可以看得出来，真的打得非常的细致。那其实，在这张图上半场就是8比4的开局，打得非常的漂亮。但是换边之后，好像第2季也是连续追分。在 After 喊完一个暂停之后，你们成功的将主动权成功的握回到了手中。当时 After 做了什么样的调整呢？
他会跟我们说对方的那种具体站位，然后会说 他们到点的时候会去做什么事，然后我们就可以去前压出去去拿位置，对，然后我们去踩控制区域。
教练还是把对方研究的比较仔细的。那图二霓虹钉，因为这张图大家都知道是 EDG 的强图，对吧？大家知道吧 ？EDG 非常强的一张图。
It's 8 teams.
这张
8
图作为
teams.
他们的主选图，你的反应是什么样的？
就我今天一进那个训练室，就问今天打什么图，然后我就没管他们是选的那个 split， 对。
还是把所有的重心都注重在自己的枪法上面。那这张图当时有一个很有意思的一幕啊，就是 Luke 跟浩东当时是切刀对拼了一下，当时队内你们是什么样的反应呢？
当时龚浩东就一直在说来嘛，然后就当时那个情况应该是就 Luke 就很难赢了，因为好像也没什么时间了，然后又是3打1，然后又是莽侠加尔台队，就可能就是搞点节目效果。
搞点节目效果，因为 Luke 他确实是一个很幽默的人啊，给我们紧张的电竞氛围来一点小小的调味剂。那你们今天也是拿下了3个5杀，当时拿5杀的时候，队内的氛围是什么样的？
我们就是没有去刻意的去看这种 KD， 对，但是在那个 Ascent 那张地图的时候，就是我马上要5杀了，然后发现后面越打越给那图。我不知道为什么，
但是整体来说，你今天的发挥还是非常棒的。因为明天的比赛不仅是第1赛段的冠军之赛，还有就是咱们大师赛头号种子的这样的一个拼搏战。那新发布的大师赛的规则，你有注意吗？
我简单看了一下。
简单看了一下。
好像8强可以选对手。
就是我们头号种子可以有在季后赛第1轮挑选对手的权利嘛？那基于这样的基础之上，对于明天和 FunPlus 的比赛，你有什么样的期待？
明天就是肯定是会是一场那种很激烈的对战嘛，然后就是感觉大家都会很酣畅淋漓。
强对决啊！那最后一个问题是来自欧门暗影精灵带来的粉丝提问：我们5月15号就要上线 VCT CN 队伍的枪皮了，你还喜欢吗？
什么？
你还喜欢吗 ？EDG 的枪皮？
我喜欢。
你喜欢？
我喜欢。
那你觉得 EDG 的枪皮有什么卖点吗？
它跟那个它配色就挺炫酷的，然后跟那个22年的那个。
The drawings of it already.
幻影幻象。不好意思，幻影就很搭嘛，然后就感觉一起用的话会很好。
所以大家记得要买 EDG 的枪皮，对不对？再给 Smokey 一点掌声好吗？
谢谢。
明天决赛加油！
Fun Fog's in the audience.
到这里就全部结束了，咱们明天同一时间不见不散，拜拜。
Matches well with the 2022 Champs Phantom. That's what somebody else said, right?
感谢麦麦的采访啊。
Fun Fog's just crying in the audience, having to sit and watch through that.
有点不善言辞。
Thanks for covering China, Ryan. You buying the EDG bundle? Probably.
大家也记得5月15号啊，那我们会在游戏当中去见到 VCT CN 的11支队伍的自己的战队的这个套装和皮肤啊，大家也是有兴趣的可以去购买。那
All Chinese players are really close. Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, it's a very unique perspective on life, so just being able to like be friends with all of the players around you is probably super helpful. Because otherwise, like, you're just going to feel really isolated. For people to host, because EMEA isn't on for a bit. One of the options we have is Avril, if you know him from Overwatch, because he's got access to the Marvel Rivals closed beta alpha.
好，我们今天的赛果最后也是来给大家简单回顾一下，今天只有一场 BO5，在这场 BO5
But instead, that would have been an option if you're interested in it. I would definitely recommend go checking that out. But otherwise, I think let's just go for safe. As we do stand Vitality. But yeah, tomorrow the grand final, EDG versus FPX. A lot riding on it when it comes to who's the top seed, who gets to pick their opponent after, like in playoffs, but also who's the best team in China. It really does answer that question because FPX have beaten EDG twice in a row now. So it's probably going to be the most competitive grand final that we've ever had within China, full stop. So I know that we have Paper X versus Genji on at the same time, but if that ends early, do definitely come across to here because it's going to be an incredible series, I can tell. But yeah, That's a safe option. Very funny. Thanks for everybody that followed and tuned in. Let me just double check that there's no subs that I missed.
再一次会师到了 FunPass 来到了决赛的舞台。
Looking forward to your next stream. Yep, it'll be at 10 a.m. UK time, so pretty much, yeah, like 21 hours or so. But yeah, see you all hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, have a good rest of your Saturday. Make the use of it. If it's sunny, go and enjoy some of it. And I'll see you tomorrow, but go and enjoy safe. Bye. Bye-bye. Where's my...